I would say welcome back, but I guess I can say that. Welcome back. This is not a particular episode. Matter of fact, this is the first episode of I call it couples goals. They don't want to call it couples goals. Whatever we want to call it is what we want to call it. And you are still chiming in. Can I get the entrance, please? Can I get an intro, please? Thank you. Okay. Thank you kindly. But as always, I still have my regular shit to say. Welcome. I am Mr. Know-It-All. I am sitting next to Mrs. Know-It-All. And we have some special guests in the building. The Bandys.
The Bandys, Mr. and Mrs. Bandy.
Please introduce yourself, young lady.
I am Angela Bandy.
Uh-huh.
And that's my man.
What's your name? What's your name, sir?
My name is Malik Bandy, better known as AKA the Last African.
Period. Y'all heard him. Y'all seen it first.
Hold on. Wait. Drop a bomb. The Last African.
You already know. My baby in the building. What's up?
It comes with the spears and the clicks and all that shit.
I don't come with none of that. I'm
Shaka
the
Zulu, he
last
lying. It come with it all.
of my kind. I do not want to engage with you watered down
Oh my God.
Negroes.
Watered down Negroes.
Please.
I think you just called me a house nigga.
My laptop.
You light skinned as shit.
Yeah,
You
called me
definitely a house nigga.
Nah, man, not
You
house.
was not in nobody's field. You
I
were
was on a
Shannon.
porch. I was on a porch.
You was not on a porch. You was in the house.
And you were the
serving.
same complexion.
You're a liar.
We the
Get
same
the paper bag out. Get
Hence,
the paper
this
bag.
is why you got the
Shannon,
name
get the paper
Mr. Know-It-All.
bag.
Why?
Because you knew everything that Master was doing.
Well, from the porch, you could see plenty of things. Yes,
was
you're
in the
absolutely
house.
right.
The mistress was training you on how
Angie,
to
you
feed.
definitely was cooking with me. We were cooking. I'm
No,
not sure who was in
I'm
the
cooking because
bedroom,
I'm
but we
a
were
little
cooking.
big. I'll be the wet nurse. I'll let the little baby suck on my
yes,
titties.
yes.
Oh, my G. All right, whoa.
And
I'll be the
fair-skinned
wet nurse.
people were the wet
Goodness.
nurse.
No, the big woman was the wet nurse.
what the fuck?
All right,
I'll be
so
the wet
listen.
nurse.
Crazy, crazy, right? All right, so listen. I want to give a shout out to the Spotify listeners, the Apple Podcast listeners, the Google Podcast listeners, the Stitcher listeners, the SoundCloud listeners, the Anchor listeners. I always say this, home team.
Home team.
And the YouTube and Patreon viewers. Please get with us
Big shout out to you
on all the social medias. Mr. _Know-It-All _pod. That's on IG. Facebook fan page, the Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page. And please send us all your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at mrknowitallpod@gmail.com. That's mrknowitallpod@gmail.com. As well, get with us on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Mr. Know-It-All Pod. Now that all that shit is out the way,
Let's go.
welcome here.
Let's get
Welcome here. I am starting something new. Got the red light set, recording in the middle of the week. I got to get up in the morning to go to work, but I don't really give a fuck because I need people I got to talk to. I want to talk to y'all.
Let's go.
The
I'm
Bandys
ready.
are in the building. And this is my first time doing this. You are officially my first episode outside of the regular podcast.
Do it like it's my B-Day.
The
baby.
purpose of, can I need to just get a purpose of this first?
Okay.
All right. The purpose of me doing this is every time that me and Shannon do a podcast together, it's a very, very, very big deal. For some reason, people are newsy as hell. People want to know the inside dealings.
I am the star of this show.
Okay.
Without
People
earphones.
want to know the
right? I
inside.
give them to the guest. I'm trying to be nice to his guests.
People want to know the inside dealings of marriages and things of that sort because people are newsy as hell.
I
They
know
want to
it's a
know
big
what's
fan
going on.
following.
It's like, you know,
I'm
how when you
popular.
go to past your neighbor's
I'm
crib.
TikTok famous. I'm sorry, Keith. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm TikTok famous.
You TikTok famous?
I am.
You gonna post this episode on your
Yes,
TikTok?
I am.
There you go. That's what you
Do
do.
it like it's my B-Day.
And you should be.
You know how when you walking past neighbor's house that you ain't never seen before and whatnot, you know how somebody, you know, like they trick-or-treating and you always look inside the neighbor's house? That's how I
Yeah.
think that people look at marriages.
Well, Malik goes in their house. He'll go inside.
Malik, you just walking in niggas' cribs?
That's what I do.
He'll use their bathroom and everything. He's so
Last
fucking
after
good.
That's some crazy shit. All right, so y'all two, how did you guys meet?
Interesting.
How did we meet?
It was a cold, foggy day.
It really wasn't. I don't even remember the day. So basically, do you want to tell it?
Go ahead, you can tell it.
Malik was locked up, and I had a girlfriend. She's still my girlfriend. It's my daughter godmom. She called me like, well, I was around Malik. She would be on the phone with Malik, and like other guys. You know, when you in jail, everybody want to be on the phone in the background, like hook me up, put me down. So she was like, go to the prison with me to meet this guy. He gonna put his friend out. Da da da. So I'm like, I'm not going to no prison, girl. Like what the fuck? So we went there, and I was coming to meet another guy. And she was coming to meet Malik. So
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, oh my God, okay. But the guy had life. He home now too. What's up, Moo? Oh, wow. Hey. He had life at the time, but I don't know. His sentence might have got returned some other shit. I was gonna go see Moo, and she was gonna go see Malik.
Right.
So during the visit, me and Malik was like clicking. We was talking about like nonprofits. We was talking about like education, like we was just talking about a whole list of stuff. So when we got in the car, she like, oh, I think you need to talk to Malik because he more your speed. I'm like, oh no, he was here to see you. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, no, we still kept on go see him. Malik had graduated from Villanova. We went to his graduation. We had went to like a few like what do you call it, banquets. And we was just like vibing, like they was our peoples.
Right.
She had a boyfriend and she ended up like being with her nigga. Like she got pregnant. So we stopped going. I wasn't going up there without her. And then fast forward like maybe 2 years, my mom passed away. And the morning my mom passed away, I had called the prison. My brother was locked up. I had called the county prison. He was in county to go tell him that my mom passed away. And the chaplain was like, I'm on my way there now. You could come meet me there. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave the hospital and go tell my brother what happened. And as I was leaving out, he called and said, they're shipping him the greatest for he left this morning. So I'm like, fuck, like, what the hell am I going to do? I'm like freaking out. So I emailed Malik and was like, listen, I got a situation. I don't know if you remember me, but I got a situation. My brother's coming to the prison. I need you to kind of come help me because my mom died this morning and I need to tell my brother. He called me right away and was like, I just looked into it. Your brother just got here. He's on a quarantine block or a lockdown. I don't know, whatever he said. And he was like, I'm going to go get him. And I was like, all right, cool. I appreciate it. So when my brother called me, he like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I got this nigga in his office. He looked like he work here, but he got on an inmate outfit. And he looked like he in charge of some shit. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is going on. And I'm like, yeah, mommy passed away and da-da-da-da. So fast forward, my mom died in April. Maybe she died in March. My dad died in April. Rest in peace to him. Big ups.
Rest in peace.
He died. She died in March. So Malik was doing this like family fun day thing inside the jail. And that's like a weekend worth of like family activities, hot dogs, cotton candy, arts and crafts. And he was like, like, come fuck with me at the family fun day. I'm like, are you like, bring the kids? I'm like, I ain't bringing my kids to no prison. Like, you crazy. So I went the first year and it was decent. It was lit, but I'm still looking at Malik like, that's my boy. Like, that's my friend. So he doing all the stuff. Y'all know how Malik is. Like, he dancing. He having a good time. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of decent. So maybe like a couple of months went by and I was like, all right, we was just friends. We was chilling. So he called me one day and he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like, Malik, I do not date men in prison.
Damn, you missed the whole...
What did I miss?
What did I miss? Yeah, what we missing? Fill in the blanks.
No, the fuck he wasn't.
Somebody to draw your name all
Girl, I got that later, but wait, what did I miss?
You just jumped months.
All right, what happened?
I mean, we didn't get into a relationship until like I had like a year left in jail.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking with nobody in prison.
But yeah, your mother died in what?
March 2013.
Right, 2013.
Yeah.
Right. So like you skipped the whole fucking year and some change.
All right, shut up. So I'm sorry, be quiet. But so we started. Maybe he didn't ask to be my boyfriend then. He graduated again, so he got his associate's degree. I like the sound effects. He got his associate's degree from Villanova. Then he got his bachelor's degree. So I came to the graduation by myself this time. So at the graduation, he brought me his degree. Like they had framed it, was real nice. Like the president was there. It was like some big major stuff.
Right.
I'm like, oh, y'all going here for free? Y'all got money, okay? And he brought me the diploma and was like, can you hold it for me? My girlfriend had the other diploma in her house. And I'm lying. I had the diploma in my house because when we left the prison, the first graduation, she was like, I can't take this shit home. You got to take it home with you. So I took it home with me. So I had both of Malik degrees now.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, he told his friend at the graduation, like, I love Angie. I'm going to marry her one day. And I was like, what? Like, Malik, you know, I mess with people in prison. So fast forward.
Wait. Can we? Yeah, I'm about to say. This whole thing revolves around you messing with somebody in prison. And you just keep saying you're not doing it.
Like, I'm not going to date you.
All right, we're going to talk about it. Give me 1 second.
So I'm going to let her go.
We're going to talk about it. But messing with somebody in prison, everybody already knows what it comes with the bullshit. Like, he going to be asking you for money, girl. He going to be playing you. He going to be doing all this other stuff. So explain it to your family and friends when you already got like a kind of messed up love history. It's really, really hard to be like, I'm dating somebody in prison. So for a long time with dating Malik, I couldn't tell anybody because of the backlash that I was going to get. I had children previously. So I had 3 children. Now I'm like, oh, I'm dating this guy in prison. It's like, what the hell? Like, you done had 3 kids by some guy, and not some guy, we was in a relationship. But it's like, what the hell is going on? But Malik was my friend through it all. So that made a kind of a big difference. But I still wasn't telling my girlfriends, like, I got a tight-knit group of girlfriends. I couldn't tell my family, like, yeah, I'm dating somebody in prison. I was madly in love. Like,
so wait. All right. Yeah,
So
good, because you move it right.
But
So
you
right.
just kept putting that boundary up saying, we can't be exclusive.
so how I ended up falling in love with Malik.
Yeah, when did you
I went
realize
I went
that
to the
he-
first
that
family
you
fun
loved
day.
him?
The second family fun day I went to, I bring my kids because at this point, like, we vibing and we not even in a relationship, but I bring my kids to the family fun day.
Right.
And I remember where I was sitting. I had some little white shorts. I was looking real cute. You know how that go. And then I was sitting there and I'm like, damn, this nigga look nice. Like, he doing a damn thing out here. Like, he's sexy. He was a little bit thinner. He looking real good out here.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with a chunky nigga. Come on,
I
now.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
Don't be doing that.
it's cuffing
Big niggas
season.
as
We
well.
out here.
Oh,
We
yeah.
out here.
It got to be cuffing season for the
It's
chunky
cuffing
niggas? God
season.
damn. Go ahead.
No,
go
but he
ahead.
was looking thin, like he was, and you know, like the little prison jumpsuit, you looking real cute, moving all around and stuff. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm sitting on the bench and I'm looking at him, I'm like, damn, he put all this together. Like, he had volunteers, he had the money, like, it was real decent. So I was like,
Right.
all right, cool. But even still, I was still like reserved. One, I was reserved because originally you was talking to my girlfriend. So I was already reserved with that. And then 2, I was just like, he's in jail and I don't know when he coming home. I don't know anything. Like, I got my own stuff going on. Like, I'm moving. Like, no, we're not doing it. So the day he called me and was like, hello, Angela, you want to be my girlfriend? I was like, no, I don't date people in prison. But I hung up and I wrote him an email, like, all these reasons why I can't date a man in prison. And
she's still omitting shit, but I'm
saying, yeah, so
yeah, you can fill it in, clean
No,
it up.
sorry, but one question real quick.
Yeah.
So you was in, give us a little bit of a background of y'all being together and you know, y'all talking and whatnot. You ain't got to give all your business as far as you being incarcerated, but how long did you know that you had left? Did you know the time you had left before you
Originally,
came
no.
out?
Yeah, I did. I mean, when you contacted me in 2013 when your mom died, I had 3 years left.
But you had 3 years of potential parole. They could have
So
denied
to
your
be
parole.
paroled, they could have denied my parole and gave me a
hit.
6-month or a 10-month or 12-month, a year
But
hit.
you knew
But you was
within
close
3
to
to 4
maxing out.
But I
though.
knew, no, it was my minimum.
Minimum. Okay,
So
gotcha.
you get a minimum
gotcha.
and a max.
Right.
So I was coming up on my minimum.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. Or go ahead, Angela. I'll let you
No,
finish.
go ahead, Ben.
So here's the thing. So I knew Angela back in, I want to say 2009.
Okay.
Right? Because the way that I met her girlfriend was through a friend of mine
Okay.
who came up to a family fun day event that I was hosting. So I ran a number of programs while I was incarcerated, but one of my biggest programs that I ran was a program called Family Fun Day, which was initially it was a 1-day program that went through the whole institution and everybody would get out there, but half the people wouldn't be able to get out there. So they broke it up into 2 days.
Okay.
So now we got a Saturday and a Sunday, and they broke it up by blocks.
Right,
so
right.
Greaterford is probably one of the biggest institutions in the world.
Yeah. From what I hear.
Housing close to at its max 5,000 people.
Shout out
Okay.
to my niggas in jail. Freedom, man.
Yeah, shout out to my niggas in jail. So the program that I ran was a holiday party in the wintertime and a summer party, 2-day summer party in the summertime.
Right.
And I met her girlfriend at one of those events. And we was just cool. Like, we was vibing, we was cool, but we was cool. And, you know, she had a lot of bullshit and a lot of shit going on with her. So the one thing about prison is
No.
prisons are very lonely places, right? So, you know, you got a homie up there you walk in the yard with every day or you kicking it with every day. And they're like, yo, ask your friend, do she got a friend for me? Right? So that's how Angie came into the picture, is that I was like, all right, just pull Moo out, pull my man out. And he came out. And once again, it was all on some bullshit. Like, it was just, you know.
I was just bullshit in the beginning.
I mean, it was just all bullshit because you had your shit going on. You was pregnant with Chloe and
I never came to the prison pregnant, so you need to calm down.
you had just had Chloe.
Okay, I wasn't pregnant.
You had just had Chloe. No, excuse me. You had just moved into where we living at
So
now.
you both were in your own spaces at
Yeah.
this point in
Right,
time.
right,
You
right.
both had
Anyway.
things going
Yeah,
on.
y'all had your
You're on
own
a
things going
microphone.
on.
Anyway, the thing is, Angela had a lot of shit going on, right? Angela's always been smart, organized, structured. She's all of those things. Just her own relationship life was fucked up. And at the time, here's the thing.
We've all been there.
I was dealing with, me and Angela was friends while she was in relationships with people, right? And one of the things that I told her, because as her friend, we would talk about various things.
Right.
And one time she was telling me about somebody she was messing with, and I said to her, I said, well, does this person have this? Does this person have that? Does this person have these things going on? And she was just like, no. I was like, well, I got all of those things going on. I should at least be the standard. And I'm behind a 40-foot wall at this time. I should be the standard. Right?
That's some confidence for your ass right
It
there.
is.
Some
It
very,
is.
very
Now,
confident.
I'm not out there
way to
with
put-
you, but even
I mean,
from here,
but here's the
I got
thing.
more than that man you
right.
messing with on it. So if somebody behind bars can say, I have more here than what you did, I mean, that is definitely, I mean, I would have woke up like,
But this
damn,
is what
you
I
know
told her.
That's crazy.
I told her
Right,
this,
right.
And I mean, initially Angela's one of those people, she'll fight you tooth and nail on shit. But at some point, she will concede the logic, right? So logically, it made sense. It made sense, like, okay, he's right. He should be the standard. You're dealing with, here it is, you got a master's degree, but you're dealing with a motherfucker that got a GED. And it's nothing the matter with dealing
First
with a person
of
with
all-
it. It's nothing the matter with dealing with a
First of
person with
all,
it.
example. This
none
might
of my
just
niggas
be-
It's just
ever
an
had
example.
fucking
This is
GEDs.
just an
Let's
example.
It's just an example.
Let's be
Just an
clear.
example.
She has a master's
Let's
degree.
be clear.
She's
They
dealing with
might have had
people.
a diploma, but not no GEDs.
She's dealing with
okay?
people. She's dealing with
Shout out
people.
to people with GEDs.
I
I
know,
ain't-
Shout out with
I ain't
people with
knocking them, but
GEDs.
don't
I'm not
swing with me.
knocking it. I'm not knocking the person with a GED. What I'm saying is that your standards is lower than what you possess, right? And those
Damn,
those
that hurt. Can I get a hurt button? You got a
those
hurt
were
button?
I got you.
those were some of the things that I would highlight.
I like that.
Right? I like that. That was dope. But those were some of the things that I would highlight.
Right.
So fast forward to 2013, right? We're still not in a relationship. 2014, we're not in a relationship.
Right.
2015,
We got in a
July,
relationship.
my birthday, July.
So I can tell this, please.
Okay.
So at this point, he was still like on me. He was on my top. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I was going to New Orleans for Essence. Like we do a sister getaway every year.
Oh, I was there in 15 too.
Okay, yeah, we might have seen each other. I was swagging surfing. We do a sisters trip, and then we do like monthly sister like getaways or whatever. So this sister trip, we went to New Orleans, but prior to it was Malik's birthday. Malik's birthday is July 4th. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be in New Orleans. Let me, hook him up. I'm ready to be his girlfriend. So what I did was I made 37 open win cards. So like open when you happy, open when you hungry, open when you thinking of me. And on the front of each card, it had like a picture of it. And on the inside of it, it had a message to him. And on the last card, it was like, open when you want to spend the rest of your life with me. And I just wrote him a letter like, I love you, you're like my best friend, and I want to be with you, da 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 da. But he didn't get it on his birthday because it was a holiday, and the prison mail system is all fucked up.
Right.
So he got it maybe July 6th. So I was in New Orleans. I never forget, and he woke up and he was like, "Yes, yes!" Like it was like so decent. And then we got into a relationship, and he was released in 2016. So for a year, I did I was riding with him, but I did the rest of the year as a girlfriend. So we were together, and he was my baby.
Oh.
And I was going up there all the time. And one thing about them prison visits, they try to break you. And the guards are nasty.
She never had none of those problems.
I did have a problem one time. I had a problem 2 times. So the first time I went there, the one problem I had, the lady looked me in my face and told me that his visits was done.
Oh,
and I'm like, but she did it in a way like, oh yeah, he had a visit on this date with a Sharpie. Bitch, I was hot. And I'm like, no, on my calendar, like you get 1 visit a month. You get 1 visit a week.
Right.
So
right.
if
No. You get 6 visits a month.
If you're on a good block or something like that.
You get 6 visits a month. So you take your visits personal. If you spending your time to drive all the way up to an hour and a half
And
away.
you gotta get there early. Let's not talk about getting there early. So
Right.
visits don't open till 8:30. You have to get there at 6:00 in the morning to get a ticket. And that's upgraded for like that's kind of far. You got to leave your house by 5. So
Right,
here I
right.
am driving. I'm trying to still maintain my cuteness. You can't have no cell phones in there. You gotta get a locker. It's like some bullshit to go along with it. So the lady, I get my ticket. I may be like number 15 at 6 in the morning. So I get my ticket. I go up to the desk and I'm like, all right, cool. Like check me in. She like, Bandy, oh, his visits are done. I'm like, bitch, you playing in my face right now. So she gets this little red shirt, but she started marking it off. She marked all the visits. I'm like, give me the paper. I cannot do that. All right, cool, fuck you. So I go to the car, but now, mind you, the guys know, like, if your visit coming, so he waiting and no visit get called. So he called me, I'm like, fuck you. You the fuck know who the fuck you seeing, da-da-da-da. I'm going off.
I mean, she
I'm
amping.
snapping because now I didn't drove all this way. But
Right.
the thing is, when you go back to your car, you can't sit in your car. You gotta leave.
Right.
Like they kick you right off the light. So
Bro.
I'm driving. I'm snapping. He like, I swear to God, I ain't no visit. This man went and got the lieutenant, the
I
captain.
went and got the cat. Listen, I walked. I was on the block because they called me for the visit.
Right, right.
Then they said she left. Right. So I come back to the block, get
I
on the
was
phone.
salty.
I come back to the block, get on the phone. When I get on the phone, she's already
I
on
was
a
crying.
beam.
Right,
Like
right.
you was
Amping
cheating
on
on
me.
me from jail.
Who the hell come to see you?
What the hell?
I know that you told me you had one visit left. Who used that last visit? Because it was towards the end of the month.
Right, right, right.
So now I'm like, what? So I'll hang the phone up
Yeah,
because you're not going to fuck my shit up.
yeah.
I walks off the block. So they got a guard at the front of the door.
Right,
a
right.
CO at the front of the door. I said, yeah, I'll be right back. I walk down to the...
I get a refill?
It's called...
So I don't have no more wine, but I can get it to me.
Yeah, just give me a shot. I won't drink all your liquor.
It's called...
I'll replace the bottle.
It's called
baby.
operations. So I go to
Right.
operations, and I'm
Right.
like, yo, let me see the lieutenant and the captain.
All right, we gotta speed it up because we
We don't have to speed it up because you doing all the fucking talking. So now I'm talking. Relax your nerves. I'm telling the story.
Okay, let me have another drink. Oh, okay. But the streamlinement,
Crystal Light?
and then the second time
We want Crystal Light right
No,
here.
I'm
if you
good,
want me
baby.
to get
We
you
went
a
to
case.
another family fun day, and Malik was in charge of it. So because you're in charge, basically how it works is if your visit is when your visit get down there, they'll call upstairs and say they down, get them searched.
Right.
So I got there again at 6:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are with me. They don't open visits till 8:30. Now, mind you, there's no phones, no iPads. You can't do nothing. So we literally just sitting there like to our own devices.
Right.
So I walk up to I check in. I finally get my number. I check in. And like 20 minutes go by, they didn't call. So I'm like, hey, my visit is downstairs. She like, no, he is not. Because they would have
What is the
called me.
problem
These
with these
women,
bitches
like-
in the back?
Listen,
like, I don't understand what's going on.
The bitches in the front and the back, they get on my fucking nerves, okay? So
why
she
do
like,
they? Why are they even allowed
they
to
might
be
they
that
see all
way?
this dick swinging all day long. They miserable. They might want them. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, but shout out to her because she good now. She good peoples. But shout out to you, boo.
What happened?
But I was
all right.
fucking pissed that day. So we get to the door and she like, no, he is not downstairs. Who are you that go sit down? So I'm like, all right, I ain't trying to fuck this up. My kids with me, bitch. You trying to play in my face right now. I already know I'm about to be on some bullshit. But you know when you dealing with people in service, like you want to appease to them. So
Right, right.
another fucking 40 minutes when you buy y'all, they just not fucking call my name. Malik probably ain't even thinking because he running around crazy. I went back to the door. I'm like, hey, my visit is downstairs. How do you know that? Do he got a cell phone where he calling you? I said, no, he's not. What's the visit name? So I said, Bandy. Oh, I'm so sorry. You right, he is down there. He been down there. Bitch, you tried
Did he
it.
get your whole time if he been down there, or is
No.
it time?
So-
So if
so-
you get an hour and he been down there for 30
Well,
minutes, you only get
family
30
fun day,
minutes.
you spend the whole day.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get downstairs, I'm hyped, like, da-da-da. But they the only two issues I ever had in prison. It's people, that prison culture is different
Right.
with relationships because these women really, and I don't think that men in jail really understand the sacrifices that women make to come and see them and to
I actually
come and
want me to
support
adjust it,
them.
nigga.
Yeah, like
Adjust it.
I'm coming. We could kiss. Like you can't even hardly really kiss in a prison visit. Like
I was gonna ask about conjugal visits, but I guess
no,
that didn't
it's no
happen.
conjugal
Oh,
visits.
okay.
But let me tell you this:
Yeah.
it used to go down in Greatest Ford. They ain't fucking around with the new prison.
All right. We ain't gonna give up secrets.
We ain't giving up
We ain't giving up jail out
But
secrets.
listen, you see more. It's like some like a little porn. Yeah, it's some little porn shit going there. We ain't never just
Fatality.
because Malik was in charge of the kids, so I'll be looking up and the
we never
kids,
participated.
the kids sitting right there, and I'll be like,
So yeah, I didn't. So I
Okay.
couldn't participate in stuff like that. And just to close out the last part of it,
Right.
for the people that maybe that's listening, that first time that it happened to her, I wound up getting to visit the next day because they wound up putting it on the books that I was right, that I did.
And he sent me the paper, that red Sharpie. He
so the
mailed me
red
home the
Sharpie paper. I said, yeah, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna
Right,
need all
right,
proof because
right,
y'all
right.
not gonna ruin my
I
relationship
still had the
with this
paper because
bull
I'm a
crap.
hoarder.
Right.
So yeah, I wound up getting to visit
we
the next
ended
day.
up, so 2015 we ended up being together.
Right.
2016, October 6, 2016, he came home. After doing a very, very long time in prison.
I mean, you can tell the people I did 20 years. I
He
did 20 years.
in jail.
Yes.
So yeah, it's 5 year or 5. So he came home October 2016. By November 2016, we were married.
Right.
By December, we were pregnant.
We coming up with an anniversary and November
When's your
6th.
anniversary?
5 years.
November
November 6th.
Some hand clapping with that. Some hand clapping with that.
I mean,
5 years
this is
in.
interesting. This is an interesting point right here that you might want to hold on to for later on.
Of course she was
But,
pregnant. Just came home.
Busted open for a real nigga.
I know y'all weren't playing no motherfucking games, huh?
Nah.
I mean,
Kicking the door, boom.
here's the thing. Coming home after doing 20 years,
Yeah.
I wasn't living in the house with no woman that I wasn't married to because you wasn't going to have that fucking option to be like, get out.
Wow.
Right? You wasn't going to have that option to just be like, you know. I mean, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Once again, and I'll say it, I'll be honest, men coming home from prison don't have a good reputation as it relates to the women that ride with them. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So many relationships that's gel started don't end that way. Right? I got a bunch of friends who came home, was getting visits from these women, and they're no longer with these women.
Well, let
right?
me ask you a question. Has anybody done the stretch that you've done, that you've seen as that example? Or is it more along the lines of somebody did a 3-year bid or a 5-year
I mean,
bid?
it varies.
You know what I'm saying?
It varies. So here's the thing. You come home, you only get a glimpse of a person when you're incarcerated.
Right.
And that's both sides.
Yeah.
You get a glimpse. You get the best foot forward person. You get the best female version, right? So just like she said, the girl that I was talking to,
Wait, what?
you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The girl that I was talking to,
The friend.
right? I gave the friend my degree.
And she done gave it to somebody else.
But I didn't see, the backstory was I didn't know that she was in a relationship with somebody else.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Because that's
right,
not
right.
how it was presented to me. So me giving her my degree, I'm entrusting her with my degree thinking, oh, everything is fine.
Right.
So I even had, and this is another sidebar story, when I needed my degree, I had one of my volunteers call her about it, and she's like, I don't have it. And lo and behold, Angie had it, but Angie was holding it secret. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
So when did you find out that Angie had it?
Why you had the degree hostage? What's going on?
I didn't have it hostage. I was just keeping it for my girlfriend. Like
right.
she,
Like,
bitch,
not only
you
did
in my house.
Angie have the degree, Angie had all the pictures as well that me and her took together.
I'm
the
a
girl
secret
couldn't take
keeper.
I'm about to say, is
I
this
go by the girl code, though. Fuck.
Because her friend wasn't supposed to be messing with Malik.
So
she
that's
had to
the
take
deal.
all the evidence.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
girl
right,
code.
right. So you were
Right.
okay. So
You ain't
that's
never
a-
got worried about your secret link room with me. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go by the girl code. There's
So-
a lot of girl things that go on, and some things don't need to be discussed with men.
So the thing was,
Yeah, Keith.
So the thing was, right? Even me and her relationship
Right.
was a secret.
Right.
I can remember me telling her, like, you know, when she finally did start telling people that we was in a relationship,
Right.
she caught a lot of backlash.
I did.
She caught a lot of backlash.
My uncle actually came to the prison to see Malik, and he made me cry in a waiting area. That waiting area you got to wait in at 6 a.m. He made me cry, and he was just like, "This is
was
the
a
life."
night?
It was a night visit, but we still had to go through the process. He like, "This the life you want to live? Messing with a prison guy?" Da da da. But Malik was living outside then, so they had moved him outside. Malik
Right.
was the only guy who was able to live outside and still work inside the prison because he ran his kids program. So I'm like, I don't even, like, I'm crying, like, I'm real emotional. Malik comes in, walk through the door, everybody like, Malik, oh my God, Malik. And he like, oh, that's him? I'm like, yeah. So the one thing Malik always said was, I got you. And you don't got to defend me for nobody.
Yeah, I used to tell her that. I used to be like,
I'ma
listen,
defend my own self.
don't defend me because they don't know me.
Right.
What they judging me on is your actions. So they're really judging you. They're not judging me.
Makes sense.
And I used to tell her, I used to be like,
Never
don't
thought about it that way.
Don't
Yeah.
defend me.
Right.
Makes sense.
Let them say everything that they gonna say because one,
said a lot of stuff.
they're saying it out of love.
Right.
They're saying it out of concern.
They didn't Google them and everything.
For you.
Wow.
They're not saying it because they don't know me. They only know what's on paper, and they only know what I present to them because I'm wearing a brown uniform and I'm locked up. Right? So I used to tell them, and even when I came home, I sat down, and here's the kicker. I sat down with all them same people, her grandparents, her uncles, her 55,000 sisters that she got, cousins,
He did
friends.
a lot of dinners.
Ask me right now how many of them love me or hate me. There's not one of them that don't love me.
Right.
Not one. Because it goes back to me. I did what I said I was going to do. I did everything that I said I was going to do.
That actually goes into something that I
more.
want to talk about later, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Do you had a question?
Well, no, I have a friend who was in a similar situation who started dating somebody who was fresh out of prison, who was in an alternative living arrangement because he came home, and my thoughts was exactly the same. It was like, wait, what is we doing? Like, when did we start doing this?
Not
like,
to say that
college educated.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was
College
trying to.
educated. You know what I mean? Like this. Like, wait, this is what we on now? Like, is times this rough that we like? You know what I mean? But I think too, when you say, Malik, when you say it's all on me, I think that again, it's that show and prove thing. You know what I mean? And fast forward to now, I think it's one of those things where it is that people judge you by your past. You're right, they do judge, and it was the same way with me.
Yep.
I'm looking at her like, bruh, like sis.
But
What is we doing? Like, what is going on?
I think also there's a specific certain taboo that goes along with
Definitely.
certain things, especially when you come from where we come from.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
they thought I was
There's
sending
always
her money.
There's always a thought
They went
process or
through
something
all
like that
the-
that goes
I have a
along with that.
relative who played that card to the T. You're absolutely right. People was taking care of this person when they
Right,
was in jail,
right.
sending money, sending clothes, making sure they was good when they got home, and then.
But-
I mean, a man
but no-
turned it. Man gonna be a man sometimes.
But no
so a
wish-
lot of them situations didn't work out for some of them young ladies because the situation wasn't what it was presented. But sometimes I think we think it's all about survival. So people won't do what they got to do to survive in whatever environment they're in. So that's why it's not taken seriously, and that's why it's under scrutiny so much because you're like this man is doing what he got to do to survive. You might just be a pawn in this.
And
in
I
this
might
game.
not have been relatively speaking, it's been plenty of times I've been up there and seen multiple women like, oh, he was just with sis the last weekend.
Right.
So you deal with all of this stuff. But the way our culture was set up, like I didn't support Malik in jail. We had an arrangement where I worked 1 week of phone time, he worked 1 week of phone time. But anything else Malik worked really, really hard for. And that was the major thing that he did not accept.
I mean, there
was
was another twist
Boy,
to this.
fuck you.
There was another twist to this.
No,
What's the twist?
story, but I ain't
Let
going.
me hear it. No, I want to hear it now. You didn't brought it up.
Let's
Go ahead
not
and
bring
say
it.
it. What's the twist? Yeah.
Another question. We want to keep on.
No, we want to stick with this right here.
Is
What's
this
the twist?
If you don't need to say
Speaking
it,
that microphone, we gonna say we
Oh,
on
I
Mr.
can say
Know It
it.
All
I can
podcast.
say it.
no.
I can say it.
We on Mr. Know It All podcast. Let's go.
We
Let's
on
get
Mr.
it.
Know It All. I
Right.
mean, this is what we do.
What's the twist? I'm waiting.
so what?
Cause I got my soap in the sock ready. What's up?
Shit. What's the twist?
Security.
So
Blood
I
on
had
my
a,
knife or
in between us before we committed to one another.
oh yeah, he had a girlfriend.
No, I didn't have a girlfriend.
That was his girlfriend, yo, and she
That wasn't
cussed
my
him
girlfriend.
out so bad.
That wasn't my
You
girlfriend.
did make a comment where you said he asked you to meet his girlfriend.
No,
No, that was
no.
Yeah, that might
that
be something
wasn't-
different.
That might be something. No, he had a girlfriend.
I didn't have. She wasn't my girlfriend.
All right. So explain this. Why is this so?
What- now,
Then why
what
is
year
there so
was
much
it?
turmoil?
She was.
same time?
They was on the. They
This was
was.
15, 16.
It
No,
was
no, this was
13,
14, 15.
Oh, in the
14,
very
15.
beginning.
Okay.
14, 15. But it was like
His girlfriend.
she didn't want to commit.
So you had another
He had plenty of
POI. You had a
bitches.
person of interest. That's somebody that
plenty
you
of
talk
bitches.
to
He had a
paramour.
on a regular basis.
Right.
That you talked to, spoke with, kind of shared aspirations
She
with.
was visiting. She was on the list. Her kids was on the list.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to report that bitch because you took foster kids to the prison, but okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit!
Like,
You a rat. You a rat.
But yeah, he
mad.
was
It's
he was
5
dealing
years
with
of
her.
ring and a
So
kid later.
Malik was honest, and he emailed her and was like, you know, basically like, what direction are we going into? Because
Was you hoping she was like no direction?
no,
Or was
she
you like-
said no. Well, originally she said no direction.
No, but her position was. So here's the thing, Angie, and this.
Can you stop calling me Angie? Because you do not call me
This is
Angie
stuff that
all the
Angela
time.
doesn't know.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is stuff
here
that
we go.
Angela doesn't know that I had to deal with.
So now I'm just finding out on
It's
Mr.
an
Know-It-All
exclusive.
podcast.
Sure,
This is an exclusive. Okay.
exclusive.
No, it's
Oh,
not so much.
shit.
It's not so much an exclusive. It's just the dualism that I had to battle.
all right.
Right? Is that one? What she wanted was for me to come home, and then me show and prove.
Shout out to her scene at
This
the
is for
YMCA.
this is the other lady.
No, don't stop, Angela.
Shout out to
Stop.
Hacienda.
Oh
stop.
no,
Stop.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
said
no, no,
stop.
no, no, no,
Stop.
no, no
We live
information. Do I have to
Stop.
bleep that out? Let me know if I gotta bleep it out. If I gotta bleep it out, I'll
Don't
bleep it
gotta
out.
bleep it
No, you
out.
don't gotta bleep
But
it
we
out.
live in, girl.
But
You messed up.
Here's the thing.
Jesus.
As a person that's incarcerated, right? You want to know that you got a person when you ain't got nothing.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Versus you coming home and having to show and prove. So she took on the responsibility of dealing with me when I was just a possibility. I was a hope. I was a dream. Right? I was a potential.
Like they tell us black women not to do not fall in love with a brother's potential. We say that all the time.
All right,
the
wait. So
key
let's
black- I'm sorry, Malik. Go ahead.
So let's mix it up. Let's mix it up for a second because I love that what you just said and whatnot. So as far as showing and proving and whatnot, I want to lean on something different, right? And we can get back to some of the stories and some of the stuff that y'all talking about in a little bit. But as far as a couple since this has happened, since you guys have progressed, he's gotten home, y'all got married, y'all had the baby. What have y'all accomplished together, and what steps did you take in order to make those moves?
So I would be.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't be
honest.
the person that I am without her.
Ooh, shit! Wow.
So that in
You ain't gonna have listen. You ain't gonna have me getting emotional in this month.
So
No,
when,
no,
Malik,
no.
when Malik
I'll
first
just cut
came
the part
home,
out.
I told him he had 6 months. He had 6 months to do whatever he chose to do. Malik got locked up at 18 years old. I understand how it works.
Right.
You got 6 months to sleep with whoever you want. You got 6 months. If you want to spend 6 months sleeping on his couch and not doing a damn thing, you got that, and I got you. You got free reign. You got like, what is it called? Immunity. You could pretty much do whatever you choose to do because you got locked up at 18 years old. I respect that.
Right.
I understand that. But what you're not about to do is play in my face. You're not about to play in my kid's face. So if you choose for 6 months you don't want to work, I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. Chill. Like, relax. You just did 20 years. Malik did not take that at all. He came out. He touched his feet. Malik started working. He ain't fuck no bitches, at least I don't know about. He's a good job. Boy, you doing a good job. But he didn't do.
The third camera was here.
I know this nigga sound like you throwing
But
thumbs up to the corner. Like
He came out. He started working immediately. He utilized his resources that he had inside of jail,
Right.
and they helped him out a great deal. He started working at PAR. Big up to PAR. Hey, Quadir. Then
Big up to
he
PAR.
moved from PAR. He went to Temple as a research assistant. Big up to Temple. Hey, y'all. Then he moved to the city of Philadelphia. And having a master's degree, I'm thinking I'm balling. This man did 20 years in jail, came out making more than me, and was living a life. In addition to that, I'm not into like materialistic stuff. So like bags and shoes, that stuff really don't impress me. So he like, well, what do you want? Like, what do you want to do? He got us a business. I already had my daughter had a nonprofit, so that was popping. And he was like, we gonna start a business. My brother and sister-in-law owns a rental company. Shout out to Sit and Pretty.
Shout out to Sit and
Table
Pretty.
Shares Linens. We don't do balloons no more, but we out there. So I was working with them. Big shout outs to them. And Malik went to talk to my brother and was like, listen, I wanna add a photo booth to y'all business. Like, I'm gonna pay for him and do everything. My brother was like, no, y'all gonna start your own business.
Right.
And from there, it's been up. Shout out to Memories Photo Booth. Follow us.
Shout out to Memories
Biggest,
Photo Booth.
biggest photo booth in the
And
city.
Dimples
Number
Pie.
one
Dimples
photo
for
booth
days.
company in
Number
the
one.
city.
Drop a fucking
Yeah,
bomb
number
on
one photo booth for the city. And
I'm watching. I'm watching.
Yeah, we out here, and he spent cash on it. He brought me my first booth, and I was hyped. Like, I know the business aspect of things, but to have somebody pour into you and pour into you, it wasn't even a dream for me. It was his dream. Like, it was his vision. Now I won't say dream. It was his vision. I was just like, I jumped on board, so we jumped on board together. So to have somebody pour into you that amount of money, like that was like 5 bags,
Right.
that we spent on the photo booth, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even like bags, but this is cool.
Right.
So we made our money back real quick, and then we started adding booths to the business, and started being like real successful. So in addition to his job, and also I was stressed out at work. Like, I was doing foster care, I was a director, I was a supervisor. I was so stressed out, and one day I was like, Malik, I can't take it no more. He was like, why don't you quit?
Stop. Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Before you jump over that, let's talk jumping. Let's talk jumping.
I appreciate. I was like, I don't want to stop on. Why don't you quit?
Yeah. Let's
quit.
start. Let's talk jumping. Let's talk the bravery that it takes, because there's also something that needs to be learned out of it. We can tell stories or whatnot. We can motivate people that way, but we can also motivate people by shit. You can motivate me. You know what I'm saying? To be perfectly honest with you, because I do all this shit from the hip and whatnot. What did it take for you to say, you know what? I am fucking over this shit, and we doing what we got to do. I'm jumping.
I mean, we struggled. We
We definitely struggled, but the thing for me was, like, I had ran a agency that didn't appreciate me. You know what I mean? So when you're working with somebody and they don't appreciate you, and I have the skills, I have the knowledge, I have the education, and I have the everything, and y'all don't appreciate me, meaning if I get sick up in this bitch, y'all don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, you kill over and die to replace your ass in the morning.
A premature baby. I done had some other medical shit going on, and you mean to tell me you asking me about a home certification? You fucking kidding me?
Wow.
So I was complaining. I'm like, I'm miserable. Look like, yo, quit your job. And I'm like, what does it look like? I don't even know what it looks like. And one day I went into work, and I was just like, I had heard some shit, I had seen some shit, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I started typing. I emailed my team, and I sent, bye, I'm out. Like 2 fingers. I got to work. I used to always get to work early. That's the thing. Like, I'm a hard worker. So I would go to work early. Like, I had a team of people depending on me. I'm doing all kind of stuff. So I had got to work early, and I was just irritated. And I sent the email, and by 9:10, I was walking across Broad Street like, yeah, I'm the fuck out. And with that.
But mind you, I'm working at Temple.
Right.
I'm making about $33,000 a year.
Right.
She's the breadwinner at this particular point. She's making, I'm maybe a year and a half out of the penitentiary. Caden's just born.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like.
So how did you feel when she came to you in that predicament and told you? Were you more concerned with everything else, or what was it more about her mental health when it came?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I practice moments like this. You see what I'm saying? I practice moments like this. It's almost like saying, all right, all those things that I said while I was locked up that I wanted to do. Yeah. Places I wanted to go.
Right.
I was just like, all right, quit. Let's figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
And where's the Jameer? Shout out, bro. Hey, bro.
Right.
Hey, bro. Dope shoes.
And we literally figured it out. We didn't have a photo booth business at this particular point.
Right.
I didn't get the business. We didn't get the business until June.
I quit in September.
This was back in September.
Right.
So we struggled. We had a car. We had
had 2 cars.
We had 1 car.
Oh, we only had 1?
We only had 1 car.
Yeah, we got 3. Shout out to us.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
We had 1 car. Being transparent, the car that she had, they took it.
Motherfucker.
I mean, if we on the Mr. Know-It-All podcast. We on the Mr. Know-It-All podcast.
It was a voluntary repossession.
Everybody got we were listening.
But it happens. Here's the thing.
It was a voluntary repossession.
Here's the thing that I didn't know, right? Is that when I came home, the books wasn't opened all the way to me.
Right.
Because I was privileged. I was privileged in the sense that I didn't have wants or have needs because she provided them.
Right.
If I needed sneakers, she got them. If I needed clothes for an event, a party, to go out, she provided them.
Malik,
So, but
you were saying something that is the
the
privilege
book-
thing is like right. I'm right there with you.
but
on
the
that.
books wasn't open to me. So I couldn't see that the light bill was $1,200.
Right.
First of
I
all,
couldn't
why-
just
why-
stop. No.
right,
But this
it's all right.
This is being real.
No, it's
This
real.
is
No,
being
it's
real.
actually- and I
I
appreciate
couldn't,
it.
I couldn't see. I couldn't
Right.
see. I couldn't see that the car note was 3 months behind.
Right.
Right. So here it is. I come home.
you gotta put the gas in your name.
I come out. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Here it is. I
'Cause
come
they ain't fucking
home.
with me no
Exactly.
more.
I come home.
Right.
I come home and there is a roof over my head, food on my stomach, heat on my black ass.
Right.
Right. But even when I was incarcerated, there was a vending card for me to eat food every weekend. Right. Or there was gas
time.
money. There was phone time for me to be able to make phone calls.
Right.
Right. So it's like you don't think about those
Yep.
things.
Because you don't
So
have
now
to.
here it is. I come home October 6, 2016. We going through all of the. She gets pregnant in December. We have a premature baby, right? And it's like, all right, I'm afforded the luxury to not have to worry about the bills, right? But now the pressure is mounting, and she's not putting it on me. She's not saying, "Look, yo, bro, you gotta go get a fucking job," because when I came home, I went and got a job.
Right.
Right? She's not saying, "Yo, the food stamp card, I went and got welfare and turned it right over to her."
So
Here you go.
Let me ask you a question though,
Hey,
Angie.
don't
So
stand.
as he started to get on his feet, especially with the jobs and moving up in positions and stuff like that, what made you not kind of like lean more, responsibility in his direction to where he still felt like things was
Because he is a man and the men run the household. So whatever I do to hold my man down, like, listen, I ain't about to be in here like, you run,
But
nigga.
don't.
What the fuck?
So, but let me say this. Let me say this.
that's a
She-
hell of a
her-
that's a hell of a sentiments right there.
Her
Yeah.
independence.
Right.
Her independence.
Right.
There were moments, and this is we just having a conversation. We're being
Yeah.
honest.
No,
We're not sitting
absolutely.
here and pump fake on this. On
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
joint.
Right.
It's like she was accustomed to doing her.
Yeah.
Right, for so long, for so long, she was accustomed to being the breadwinner, the provider for her kids, the protector for her kids, the
Right.
sustainer for her kids. And here it is, a motherfucker coming out of the penitentiary after doing 20 years,
Trying to tell me what to do.
trying to tell you what to do, trying to tell the kids what to do.
I can't go to Sister Weekend.
And
You
that
won't
was
question me about that?
Come on, stay focused. Come on, stay focused. And that was a
Wrong person on
challenge.
your show, Key. I'm sorry.
That was a challenge.
Right.
It
right.
really, it's still a challenge.
That was a conflict.
It still is.
And
Right.
that's and to this day that's still a part of it. Now,
Absolutely.
granted, the stronger I became financially, the more responsible I became as it relates to taking household responsibilities over.
Right.
She started to soften up.
Because that
So now I
Go
can
ahead, go
I
ahead,
can
go
say
ahead.
things to the kids,
Right.
or I got a voice in the house. But a lot of that was I was trying to figure out how to be a man and be a stepdad and be responsible in a society
Right.
that I left when I was 18.
Right.
I left when I was none of those
Definitely.
things. I never was a man, I never was responsible, and I never was nobody's fucking dad.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm doing and learning
Crash
at the
course.
same time.
Right.
And I'm grateful. I'll be the first person to tell you I'm grateful to the education that she provided for me.
Big up to me.
I'm grateful for that
No
education,
sound
right?
effects? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Wait, he about to give me a sound effect. Hold on.
Bazinga.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
but the thing is, there was a challenge. It's a challenge,
Right.
right? So fast forward to today,
Right.
right, where we don't have those struggles. We don't look at a bill and be like, how the fuck we gonna pay this bill? Or we don't look at a situation and be like, damn, we don't got no means to do it. And that don't mean we getting it. It just means that now we have other options
Right.
in our lives, and she's relinquished the responsibility to not put it all on her shoulders.
Ah,
But
I like that.
don't
Right.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's still moments where she feels like she has to put the fucking house, the car, and everything else on her shoulders, and I'll
Right.
be looking at her like,
You got
So
help.
so let me ask you. Sorry. So
Yeah,
let's
now just be a
talk for a
bitch.
second because it does
In
lead
the most
into something.
respectful way, in the most respectful.
It
in
does.
the most respectful way, but I be
Right.
looking at her in my
love it.
head
I
like,
love it. I love all. I'm here for all the bitches. Ooh,
But see,
yes,
listen.
baby, call me a bitch.
Shit won't fly in this motherfucker.
Bitch.
More power to y'all. That shit.
I don't say it. I just think it.
If I'm ever looking for the quickest way for a fucking metal cup to, you know what I'm saying, to be leaning towards my head, then I would do that. But listen, here's my thought in that, and I understand exactly what you mean and whatnot. There is a there's a topic that I had to go along with that as well. But also, and I think that you'll probably lean a little bit in the other direction by this topic, but it's something that I bring up a lot, but it also has to do with what we talk about as far as just responsibilities go. I had something that I was talking like just on my regular pod where I was talking about the power that is given in relationships and the way that women respect men with power. And power a lot of times stems from, you know what I'm saying, the earning potential and the way that they govern themselves. A man that is sure within himself and that get the bread and he's the breadwinner or whatnot, he essentially commands more respect in his home because he's the one that everything revolves around. And sometimes I see that in certain areas, if the woman is the one, it might be a little bit less respect that she has unknowingly for her. So I brought that up, and we actually posted on the Facebook fan page, and we actually went live, and they were actually talking. You know, people were kind of talking back and forth. You know, people give the generic answers, but there were some people that were real like, "You're absolutely right. This is the way that I feel. I actually feel as if if my man doesn't bring this to the table as a man, then I don't have the full-fledged respect for him." So by you saying what you're saying, there are a lot of people that would see that in contrast. If you understand what I mean,
I do, but
can I take in?
Yeah.
I ain't said a lot. I don't think it's so much as the money aspect
Right.
as it is the.
It is. I think it's more
I don't,
money.
but I think it's more so also the decision making. If you don't step up to the plate and want to make decisions with your partner, if you're the person, the type that Malik, for example, if you see Angie, how independent she was, how she takes care of everything, and you still allow that privilege to like continue. If you still allow to sit back and say, okay, cool, she got it. I don't really got to jump in. You know, she going to allocate the funds. She going to make sure the kids is okay. She going to go shopping. She going to pay the bills. She going to make sure Father's Day is straight. She going to make sure my birthday is straight. So I feel like at the same time, if you're a person who kind of doesn't step up to the plate, you know, money, no money, if you don't let your voice be heard in some things, if you allow a more independent person to continue carrying that weight, then you will be looked at that way.
I think a lot of times, money also dictates.
Money dictates.
Yeah, that's you understand what I'm saying? It just dictates it.
Even when leaving my job,
right?
I wasn't working, and I was working just with my brother and his company. The photo booth business wasn't up and running.
Right.
I was feeling, maybe I was in my own feelings, but it just felt like when I'm dependent on somebody else for money, it's just like, wait, you want to talk to me? What the fuck? Like,
right.
No, I'm doing this. I'm going to Sister Weekend. I'm going to this event. I'm going to, and I'm a social person, so I want to be out in the streets. And he like, no, like, it's just money and come here. So although he allowed me to quit my job, it was still some shit like he had the power. So as independent as I am,
I agree with that, but I think I'm saying something that's a little bit different.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. She's basically saying that if she makes more, if Angela makes more than me, right, I'm gonna allow you to say it because I don't want to mess it up.
So you use the term of being privileged. You said, I'm here. I didn't open the books. I didn't know what was going on. Anything I needed was provided to me. So if you come home and you still have that same mentality, you know what? She's handling it. I don't even need to open the books.
Yeah.
See, that's laziness.
I got 6 months. Right. She told me whatever. No, you working. You taking care of your business, whatever. But you're not really interested in the books. As long as ain't nothing getting cut off or the kids got school clothes, you ain't really looking into it. You know what I mean? As long as you eating, you ain't really worried about where the food coming from.
A responsible man wants to see the books. A responsible man wants to lead, right? So although the books wasn't fully open to me, I mean, here's the thing. Relationships are about trust. Right. They're about, more than anything, they're about trust, right? Angela had to build that trust up towards me. Right. So as much as she was in love with me, as much as she cared and provided, there was still a big level of trust that needed to be, because we didn't know each other.
Right, understandable.
Right, we didn't know. Yeah. We assumed we knew the surface stuff. We knew the
But did you take the initiative?
See, I think
to begin to learn how to lead, to begin to become her partner.
So,
But you didn't just sit back and say, "Hey, I mean, she got it. It's cool." You was like, "No, you know what? Let me get my feet wet. Let me dip a toe in. At least from the story
Because
that you
I was
go,
like, baby, you
let me
gotta go
get-
down to
you know
PGW
what I mean?
and
Let
get
me
this
figure
stuff in
this
your
out.
name.
I mean, so there were certain things that happened. So a great example was
Right.
things slowly transitioned to me. So
Right.
The first bill that I took on was the gas bill. Right. I took the gas bill on.
PGW ain't messing with me.
So the gas bill was
PGW
mine.
is the fucking devil.
Right?
My mom
Yes.
retired there. Shout out to PGW.
Which means that I controlled the heat.
right.
What? You talking shit, bitch? You be cold at night. No. You and them fucking kids.
I was about to say her and
Hashtag fuck the
Right.
kids.
So that was like the first bill, right? But then like I think the second bill was I went. They was on AT&T with the iPhone. It was just her and Kayla who had phones.
Right.
At this
It was
particular
Sprint, but
point,
okay.
It was Sprint. It was Sprint. They had the phone. I had a Metro PCS phone. Right. I had a little $84 bill. I did that for I want to say 6 months. Right. And I wound up breaking my phone. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going back to Metro. Right. I'm going to T-Mobile. I went to T-Mobile. T-Mobile ran my credit, gave me the highest tier at this particular point. Like she lined me up. She lined me up to get credit, get a debit card. I had the secured credit card for 6 months. I had a police and fire credit union account.
Navy
So-
Federal. Shout out to Navy.
No.
Shout out to Navy Federal. I got Navy
Shout out to
Federal.
Navy. I got
Federal.
Navy
Yeah.
Naval Federal too, but my first account was a police and fire.
Right.
Right. I went right up City Line Avenue. So now I go to T-Mobile.
Right.
I go on T-Mobile. I get an account.
Talking to the mic, bro.
I go to T-Mobile. I get an account.
Right.
I'm in there, and it's like, all right, hold up. I can get this on the family plan.
Right.
All right, so y'all gonna switch those phones, and I'm gonna take this account over.
Yeah.
So now the phones is mine.
Right.
Right. And in the meantime, we get Maria a phone. So now me, Kayla, Maria, and Angie got phones.
Right.
Right. And we running that for a year. So now the phones is mine.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, I get the job with the city. Upgrade. Bam, we get you the Infinity.
Right.
She gets that. It's in my name though.
Yeah.
I got the car note.
Right.
Insurance in my name.
Right.
I got the insurance.
Yeah.
Right. So slowly the bills is like over 3.5 years.
Yeah.
The bills is in my name.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we got some balance in the house. Right. Now there's some balance in the house because now the bills is just as much as yours as mine now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She still hold the rent, but my name going on their fucking lease when it's coming up. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
You did?
Yeah.
But because we ain't doing that get out shit.
Right. Absolutely.
When them folks come here,
Oh no, nigga, don't matter what not. If y'all argue hard enough, it's get
You got
out.
no
You can
house.
we
He
we
not
own
leaving.
this
We-
motherfucking
we-
house, and if it's an argument, it's get the
He'll
fuck
fuck
out.
up the house
Yeah,
on
I'm
fire,
saying,
you ain't
like, wait a
leaving.
minute, nigga, my name's on it. Nah, I don't give a fuck. Get out.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just
like,
saying.
so-
I'm just saying.
I ain't putting them out.
yeah.
Just in case of bad boy, what you gonna do
No,
when they
no,
show
no,
up?
you know,
When they show up,
and
I
they-
need to have some proof
No, absolutely,
that
absolutely.
my name is on some stuff.
No,
right?
absolutely. You're right about
So
that.
therefore, but I mean, like honestly,
And FYI, your name is on there, so you need to relax.
no,
see,
no,
but
my
see,
name on there,
so-
but
so-
I haven't seen that part of the book.
business.
I still ain't seen that part of the book
That's,
yet.
that's the
books
last
ain't
chapter.
open
That's the
till
last
you
chapter.
get
Don't worry
baby.
about it. That's the
No,
last
that
chapter.
might
you
be
know.
mid-chapter. All
No,
the
no,
books
no.
ain't open.
But listen. No, the reason why that because me and Angie were what we were talking about because we understand exactly where y'all coming from with what y'all talking about it when because that's a deeper level when it comes down to it. We were talking about the way that it operates because of the way that funds can control a situation.
It can.
So when you start saying so understanding what you're saying and whatnot, the way that things fluctuate and the way that things operate. If a man, there are men in this world, and it happens all the time and whatnot. Because it could be accessibility, it could be organization, it could be just because of the fact that they don't want to, but they will come in and if they make big money, big money, you know what I'm saying? They'll drop big money down and they don't want to have nothing to do with the shit. Now I'm not saying that that's everybody. I'm saying that is still looked at in a different facet. Nobody ever takes.
It may not be.
may
it's
not
but
be.
see,
It
no,
is. Now,
it's
if a
hard.
man
Hold on, let me
come
finish
in,
it.
If the bills of the house is $3,000 and a man come in this house and drop $4,000, you ain't gonna hear no woman complain about having to divvy that up and send it where it's
That's
supposed
my
to go.
point. You're
No.
proving my point. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
You'll
okay,
never,
I'm sorry. I
you'll
thought you
never,
were saying
right?
the
No,
opposite.
you'll never hear anybody saying anything. That's what I
Right.
mean about the power that the money holds.
But
you
the
know what I'm
thing,
saying?
but the thing is, right, and I'm gonna be honest.
Right,
Me and Angela haven't in all areas of our relationship reached this.
right.
But I am going to say this. When you're in a marriage, what's yours is hers and what's hers is yours. It shouldn't be seen.
That might be the most
But
difficult
now,
thing
but
in
that
marriage
is
in
difficult.
order to
But
figure.
that is difficult because, as
Right.
Angela just said,
Right.
Angela said, well, I want to go to a girls' trip, right?
Right.
And it's like, in my mind, I'm like, well, if you got money to do that, you got money to do this.
Mm.
And in my mind, I'm going.
And in her mind, she's like, I'm going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I did one of them. I was like, look, I'm going on this guy trip. Well, if you got money there to do
It
this,
didn't happen
I need
quite
that
like
shit.
that.
Sometimes you need things.
going.
I
I'm
said,
going on
well,
my
just
girl
make
trip.
sure you got all the money.
Sometimes
I
your
ain't say
piece-
nothing about no, you ain't no.
No.
He said I'm going to this guy trip. I said, okay, well, figure it out financially.
Right, exactly. So
That's
that's what I'm.
exactly what I
Sometimes
said.
your peace of mind for the moment is
didn't
a
get
little
no
bit
smoke from
right.
me about
no,
the guy
you ain't
shit.
no smoke.
No,
ain't no smoke
but
from me.
but here's the thing.
I gets all the smoke, okay?
She gets all the smoke because, one, my wife is super responsible. She's super accountable.
Right.
She's very organized in a lot of shit. But financially, she will fuck a bag up.
Who? What?
She will
That's
fuck a
women.
bag up. But her motto is
Women will
spend a
fuck
check,
up.
spend a check and get it right back.
Right, spend it and get it right back.
But
Yeah,
now,
right.
But now, I be on the other hand like,
Why I spend it?
ain't no need to spend all of that, But we live, and she. Sometimes I'm with that. Sometimes I'm with the shits. More times than not, I'm not. Right.
Right.
Most of the time, is her leading the charge with, yeah, we going here and we'll figure it out
So
later
I'm like,
on.
she didn't order another drink. Bring another hookah, get a refill.
Oh my
Just got
God.
a bottle, cuz.
Listen.
We can get about New Orleans. Get another. We not
Listen,
sitting
listen,
with
y'all.
nobody.
Y'all,
We sitting right here.
listen. First and foremost, that's why y'all fuck with us, because Shannon was in the middle of New Orleans fucking a bag up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the name of the game. Listen.
I'm like, oh, they like to smell like us.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You ever hang with people
No, it's
where
not
they
that we-
be like, look, yes, I want the appetizer, I
Oh,
want the
my
drink,
God.
I want the hookah.
The
What you
bill
want,
come, let me
babe?
see that
You
bill. Give me the
okay,
bill.
Cool. Which
She
one I'm
looked at-
putting this on? All right.
I looked at you
love
one time
blood.
when we was in New Orleans. I leaned into Angela. I said, "That nigga gonna cry when he get it."
She in there fucking because it's the second day in a row. We in the
We
same
cry.
restaurant.
We will.
Is that
blowing
your,
up
that's your
bag.
shirt from New
When I'm
Orleans
on-
too? That's your camouflage shirt.
No, this was in the back, but this is my
But see, that's
But
the whole.
no, the funny thing is that first of all, number one, whenever I go on vacation, I'm on vacation. Like I'm on vacation, and I've already budgeted to be here. So I already know. Like it ain't like I'm coming here like, all right, Keith, we got $200 for 5 days.
Talk to the mic, Dave.
How we gonna make this work? No, if I'm on
No,
vacation,
we don't do that.
I'm on vacation.
I want to split the bill. I don't want to.
Like-
I don't want to be penny pinching.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to eat
y'all
what I
had the
want
mac
to
and
eat.
cheese. We had the
I want to
jalapeno
smoke
poppers.
my hookah. I want to
That
drink my
shit-
liquor.
That shit be drawn a little bit though, y'all. We don't
It
have
don't
to.
draw for me, bro.
But y'all don't have to blow the bag like that.
It don't.
All right, here we
Order
go.
another round.
Full disclosure. Wait.
I think together we only spent like 150 or
Let me-
something
let
like
me-
that.
Use a 150 lie.
No,
It
you
was
was
a
a
liar.
No, you was a goddamn
Fuck
lie. Are you
yeah.
kidding? It was a 150 a piece.
That's
150
what I
a piece.
said. No,
Oh.
a couple.
No,
No,
it wasn't
you-
150 a couple, sis. So let me go.
I thought it was 150 from y'all.
Nah,
150
you
from
thought
us.
like
You
wrong.
was thinking crazy. That
We
damn
had
check.
hookah. We had
Wait.
2 hookahs, refills.
Shannon, that-
we had all the food we wanted, and motherfuckers
That
was looking
bill
at us
that
like we
came
was
to the
crazy.
table was like $400.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
You thought wrong,
Wildin'.
sis.
So listen. All right,
It was a
full
good
full
time.
disclosure. Like I said before, we know each other. We tight. We friends. So we've been places before and we've spent money together. You know what I mean? And
Shout out to the sections. We get sections everywhere.
see,
we
that's
go.
what I'm saying. Like,
we
we
not
go-
standing
Every
with
other
you
city
common
we go.
motherfuckers. Okay.
Every other video.
like every
section
time,
we
every
be sitting there
time,
like,
every time
we
me and
shoulda
Malik
just
talk,
got a section.
every time me and Malik
We
talk,
waited
and we
too
say we
long.
going somewhere or whatnot, he be like, I don't know if we gonna get the section or not. So we going. I'm sitting up there like, oh my damn. see, the whole thing is that when we start talking about, listen, and this is full, complete and utter disclosure, y'all. That's the reason why I say that when I look at y'all, it's great or whatnot, because what y'all doing is y'all steering the situation with the businesses. Shannon is looking to she's finishing up bartending school.
And I'm on
so
her ass.
she, you know what I'm
Don't worry about
saying?
it. I'm
So
holding her
so
accountable.
me,
She know
I'm
what she
trying
doing.
to do this, but I'm trying to find some other outlets and whatnot that I'm trying to make lucrative. I don't want to work for
I
nobody.
also have
And I
a corporate
understand.
job at Medicaid Insurance Company.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not just
So,
bartending.
but
Let's
see-
just back.
No. I'm just saying. But at the
She's
end of the day,
licensed.
at the end of the day, if we gonna sprint it
5
like we,
years ago today.
if we're gonna spin it like we print it, we gotta actually print it.
Yeah.
That's real
No,
shit.
I'm saying, but ultimately, right? It boils down to this. Me and Angela, we're at a point where we recognize that neither one of us want to work for anyone.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
We're at a point where
She's getting there. I've been there.
we're at a point where but as we was getting into earlier, it's the fear.
That's
Because
what
you
it
got the
Yep,
security.
definitely.
You got the security of I got the security of a pension.
Yeah, me too.
And-
yeah, and insurance and
insurance,
shit.
Insurance,
Yeah,
life
yeah.
insurance.
Right.
Those are the securities that I have.
Right.
Those are the safety nets that I have. But sometimes safety prevents you from taking risks.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Right? And
My
it's
sister
like
owns her own business.
it's
Flat
like
out.
let's take some risk. Right? I can
Right.
remember us coming out of our own pockets to pay for things in the nonprofit.
Yeah.
Book
yeah.
bags,
Yeah.
food.
Right.
I can remember her, robbing Peter to pay Paul to make sure that the event went off right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like people don't see that labor.
Right.
People don't see that work.
Right.
Right? They see the event. They assume, oh, they're getting it.
Right.
But they don't see the long hours of sitting up at 2, 3 in the morning trying to figure out, well, do I pay the lights or do I get this event off to help to further the goal?
Shit, that nigga. Now the new thing is, do you pay the fucking speed ticket that you get from the boulevard and shit, or do you wait for the next? Yo, shit is crazy.
Or you follow dispute. Just dispute it.
the disputed my ass. They catch you every time.
Oh my
Me and Shannon been
God.
getting these shits in the mail. I'm like,
No,
God
not
damn,
me and
we just
Shannon.
got square.
Not this, no.
Oh, you didn't.
I paid my tickets,
You paid your
so not
ticket.
me and- no.
Don't you? Oh, you got one upstairs right now.
One
All
to
right.
your 14.
No, I only got one.
Yeah, I don't
I only got one. My other
Don't put
shit's
my brother out there.
my other shit's on pay plan.
You don't
Don't even worry about it. We good.
I got 3 the other week.
I know because
I got 3.
And you need to pay that. Because he was in D.C. fucking it up.
No. I got
D.C.
one
get
of
you
them.
when you drive
So
down the
here's another thing about relationships that irks my wife. Is I'm a firm believer in roles.
let's talk about it.
I don't do the micro shit. If the a ticket comes to the house,
Right.
I'm giving it to you. If it could be in my name, it could be your name.
Right.
I'm giving it to you.
I don't want to
Right.
be that responsible.
If we go on a vacation,
Right.
I'm not looking for a fucking plane ticket.
Who do the Christmas shopping?
Malik.
Malik, me.
You do the Christmas shopping?
I do
he
most of the shopping.
What's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Jingle all the way.
He jingle all the motherfuckers.
Yeah, I do most of the.
He in the stores, he fighting people. We didn't had to go to a police station and get the gift he wanted. He didn't drove. He didn't roll. He jingle all the motherfucking.
I do
way.
most of the shopping
You do most of the
I
shopping.
have
because
bad
I'm-
anxiety with shopping.
because I'm a better shopper than she is.
He
I'm a
is.
terrible fucking shopper. I hate shopping. She does the shopping.
The lights
No,
get
I
to
hate
me.
it. I hate it with a passion.
The lights get to me. Everything gets
Yeah,
to me.
I just
like me
don't
and shopping
like-
don't get
I
along.
don't like this shit at all.
I start by the time Black Friday and by midnight Black Friday, I done got 70% of my shopping.
Angie, what's your sign?
Leo.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Me
Just-
and shopping don't
We're
get
totally
along.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
at
saying.
all.
Like all in, like I just can't
And
fucking
ever
shop.
since Amazon came along,
I don't
boy,
even like
she's been
shopping for
shopping
my-
No,
by
she'll
herself
shop.
here.
So don't get me wrong.
Amazon is
she'll
my best
shop.
friend.
Okay.
She'll shop from her couch.
Oh, yeah, and that's
Oh,
another.
yeah.
But
yeah.
if she got to go into a store
and
and buy
store,
something,
both.
man,
I get
more-
bad
I'm more
anxiety.
online.
I can't breathe. I want to sit in the car.
Man.
Malik and Malik is a driver too. I don't drive unless I have to drive.
Yeah.
Here you go. I don't want to drive. Like
yeah, I'm the driver.
he's not the best driver. I'm the best
Yeah, I
driver,
don't
but
drive
he's
when
the
I'm with Keith,
driver.
'cause
I'm
Yo,
a better
it's a
highway
shop.
driver.
You only
than she
drive
is.
him if you too drunk to drive home after his birthday party.
No, I drive.
Yeah,
I'm the
seen
best
Angie
drunk
pull
driver.
off a bunch of times.
No, you're not. No.
I'm the best drunk
You
driver.
weren't drunk. Don't incriminate yourself. You weren't drunk. You know what I mean? You had a taste or two.
My alcohol blood level was below the limits. In
Oh,
case y'all
yeah,
watch
yeah,
it, because I know the people is on it. Okay.
Exactly.
But that birthday party was lit. Shout out
One
to
morning
the birthday party.
we in the bed, we laying in the bed.
Uh-huh.
This motherfucker reach over into to her little drawer over there and pull out a breathalyzer.
What the?
She ordered a breathalyzer off of Amazon.
Amazon. What the fuck did you get a breath?
Is good.
So wait a minute. What made you wake up out your sleep and says, you know what? Let me take this breathalyzer
I drink
real
a
quick.
lot.
So, but you ordered a breathalyzer?
Yes, because I don't want no cops playing with me.
Why you leave it in the car?
Because I want to make sure I thought I was
But
still drunk.
before you
I be having hangovers. I need to check my levels to see how much water I got to drink or something.
I'm about to say, but if it's a breathalyzer, can't you just like brush your teeth or gargle or something like that? And
No,
something go
because
away?
it's like accurate.
Oh, it's
I
all the
wanna
way
see,
accurate,
like,
okay.
Am my levels coming down? Like, am I good? Like, can I function right now? Like, what's going on? I got kids in the morning. You know how they go.
It's just, I mean, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
our relationship, I don't necessarily know if we have, I think we do have shared goals. We have a lot of shared goals as it relates to the kids.
Right.
As it relates to
We're gonna talk about the kids in a minute.
as it
because-
relates
yeah.
as it relates to like the big thing.
Yeah, Malik, Keith got an agenda. Let's
Yeah.
get,
We're
let's
gonna
let's get
talk.
the Keith agenda
All
because
right.
you brung the wrong couple. Because we
I want to talk. Right, all right. So I want to talk about something real quick and whatnot. It kind of stems back to what we was talking about, and it's going to stir a little bit of controversy. But we're going to say our piece.
Oh, God. I
and
did
we're gonna
not
leave
get
it
these
alone.
questions
No. We're
before. I
going
usually
no.
prep.
We're going to say our piece, and we're going to leave it a big. All right. There's a saying that I say a lot, and Shannon's going to roll her eyes, and she fucking hates
And
it.
I'm probably gonna talk first then.
All right, so I've said
though this
this
is their episode, not
because
our
everything
episode.
that we've been saying, we're talking about. We're talking about roles, and we're talking about things that we need to stand up for and step up for as men, as women, and
course.
you know what I mean, and all these things and whatnot. Let's talk about unconditional love for a second. Chris Rock said it in one of his specials. Man,
Good
I say
eye
about
roll.
call
Good
Tambourine,
eye
call
roll.
Tambourine, love it to death. Shout out to
Which
Chris
I
Rock.
used
All
in
right,
one of
can
our
I-
couples
yes, we did.
retreats,
Can I
and I tried to
can I
break
get this
down
off? Can I
as
get it
a
off? Can I get it off?
therapist when I did.
All right, let me get
I'm
this
just
off.
saying that I appreciate the special as well. Had a lot of good points.
No, it had a great,
We
it had a lot
our
of great
couples
points.
Can I
workshop.
hear the quote?
Yeah,
Okay,
let me get it
sorry.
off. Let me get this off. Okay.
I didn't say that when you was talking, Malik.
It says it says only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is not loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the pretense that he can provide something. Goes back to something that your grandma used to say.
I think that's
A
people
broke.
in general.
Let me get this off. I need to say it. Like,
What Nanny
what you
used
call
to
it?
say.
It goes back to what your grandma used to say. A broke man is like a broke hand. Can't do nothing with him.
That's
But
not
you got
true.
two hands.
Malik was broken, Joe. He only made 42 cents.
Understand.
Yeah,
Understandable.
but you didn't believe in my brokenness. You believed in my
Potential. And then when he came
My
out and showed his
potential was
showed his
worthless.
ass,
My potential was priceless.
he's proven himself over and over and over again. So what happens when? What if a nigga is just butt ass, broke, busted, and whatnot? Because I think that more along those lines, a man can love his woman unconditionally, flaws and all,
No,
even if she doesn't
never.
bring. Can I finish it?
No,
If
because
she even
that's
bring
a
it to the
lie.
table. I don't know.
That's a
I think
lie.
sometimes. I think.
Why?
I'm gonna
think
tell you
that,
why.
Shannon?
I'm gonna tell you why it's a lie, right? Because regardless of what you say, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no man loving no busted, broke, down and out. And if she is busting and broke, her ass look like something. She got
There
ass,
you
she got
go.
hips,
There you go. You
she
just
suck
proved
a
my
good
point.
dick.
You
She
proved my
do- No,
point.
no, that's not, because then she do got something to offer. Then, right? It ain't financial, but she ain't a broke hand. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody, man, woman, child, or even dog. Ain't nobody with nobody for no reason.
I don't think it's not being with him for no reason. What I'm
A
talking
woman,
about
a
is the
woman can't.
condition.
Ain't no man standing by no broke, busted,
The-
dusty,
right, but the
dirty,
condition-
down and out, scared.
I mean, even if that's the but listen,
woman.
even if that's the case, you're right about that. Nobody wants nobody broke, busted, down and out, skid row. You're absolutely right. But what happens is that there's also levels to this shit. There's classism.
Okay, so then your quote,
there's a
your quote only applies to the level of your quote. Then
No.
No, it applies to the entire quote.
But
Okay.
here's what I
I
think.
think
Here's
the
what I
quote is
think.
wrong.
Here's what I think.
Right.
I think that if you're not trying, then that applies.
What if you're trying and not succeeding? Or what if you're not succeeding in the way that is sought fit by the person you're trying for?
I don't. So here's
That's
the thing.
like
every day.
that's like the
Every-
0-16 line.
Every day for the last 5 years,
Right.
I've made advancements.
Absolutely.
I've made advancements in everything that I've done.
Right.
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 But there are a lot of things that I haven't made advancements in.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So now those things get put on the scale. They get
Okay.
put on the scale and
Okay.
they get weighed out.
Right.
It becomes quality over quantity or quantity over quality.
Right.
So it's like does this outweigh this? Right? And
Right.
sometimes, and it's levels to that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's situational.
Absolutely.
Today you could be feeling like this outweighs this, so I'm not gonna pay it no mind.
Right. Right.
But tomorrow you could be like, well, this outweighs that, and I'm gonna give it a whole bunch of attention.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Right?
I agree with that. Right.
But the point that still is are you trying? Are you making an attempt?
Yeah.
Are you, and as human beings, we all fall short of that. We
But you
all
know what?
fail.
One thing that I can honestly say is that failure does not care about your attempt.
Hell no.
And this is what the one thing that this is the reason why I bring this up is because the 0-16 Lions gave it a shot.
Yeah, but there are lessons in failure.
But
you
you
learn what not to do.
But there are also fans that were in that just metaphorically.
Exactly.
Metaphorically, they're
And
right.
if
There are
you
lessons
keep running the same play. If you keep running, if you in the Super Bowl and you keep losing the same time off the same play,
But
no matter what
not
your
gonna try it
coaches
again.
told you,
But what if I told you that
you get in there and
the
you
0-16
run
Lions?
the same play.
But what if I told you the 0-16 Lions lost 10 games?
You
10
can't
games by 3 or less
You
points.
can't keep running the same play.
It's not
though.
about
You
the same
can't.
play. Sometimes you're not
I
equipped.
agree with you.
But
I
you're
agree
not
with you,
winning.
Malik. Exactly.
You're not winning.
You're not
Right.
winning, and you're not listening. You're not listening, and you're not growing.
All right, well, so
You're stagnant because you keep running the same play. And if you're in the fans, how many
Right.
fans is gonna sit around and keep seeing you try to run that
Exactly.
Philly special? Bro, it worked in Super Bowl 1. We in Super Bowl 15. You
Right.
can't run the Philly special no more. The players ain't the same. Your knees is a little bit bad.
Right.
You got a different quarterback.
So
You
I'll
can't
say this
keep
to you.
running the
I'll
Philly
say this to
special.
your point.
Right.
I'll say this to your point and your point. Sometimes you got to expand your perspective, though.
Yep.
Right? Your perspective is we live in a very narrow society
Absolutely.
and a very shallow society that's not introspective.
Oh, absolutely. Right.
Right. So therefore, it's like, well, yeah, he keeps failing because of X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Right. And really, that may not be the case.
Right.
Because X, Y, and Z might not be played the same way. It might be YXZ or ZYX.
Right.
That's played, but it to the naked eye or to the eye that's viewing you, you might perceive it as he keeps running the same play.
Exactly. Right.
And it's like you don't see and sometimes you can be in that saying you can't see the forest from the trees.
Right.
Sometimes you can be in the forest and not see the trees.
Right.
And sometimes you can be outside the forest
Right.
and still not see the goddamn trees. It just looked like a bunch of green shit together.
Right.
My point is, when it's almost like you have to try. In my mind, try.
Right.
In my mind, try means that you've actively and consciously made an attempt to do something.
Right.
You may perceive it as he's not trying. He's not actively, consciously. And my try may be different than what you want. Doesn't negate the fact that he's trying.
Right.
So even in that power differential in relationships where she makes more than you, right? It's like my power is made up in other areas, right? My power comes from other area. And this is what I mean by broaden your perspective.
Right.
By looking at something at a larger lens than just the narrow focus that you've been had. Because my power may come in, I provide for the house in different ways. Like you buy the food, I cook it.
Right.
What if you buy and cook?
Then I better do the dishes.
But you're
I'm about to say,
But you're not trying.
Give me your
Mike.
Your
But
mic.
you're not trying.
Right.
In that instance, right? It's like teamwork. Teamwork comes in different fashions. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I might not score, but I can rebound. Right? I might not be able to pass the ball, but I can set a pick.
Right.
Right? And it's that pick that got you open.
Yeah.
Right? It's that offensive lineman that pushed that other offensive lineman that gave you that hole to get through.
But that's
Number
all.
51.
That's also.
But that's
also
a broadening the perspective.
broaden the perspective, but that also comes with a point of having an understanding. And when we start talking about the unconditional side of a situation, the reason why there's a condition to it is because nobody can see past the goal that needs to be met.
I mean, it's your nature. It's already.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
don't
that's
know.
like I think that's
I'm just not a believer in unconditional love for adults. I have unconditional love for my children because I birthed them and they're on this earth because of me.
That's the reason
So
why I just
what
said
about
yeah.
the man?
exactly.
That's
So
why I
have
said
to have
unconditional. Right.
Relationships are so conditional. You don't realize it, but they are. If Malik cheats on you, that's a condition. It may be over.
It might
may
not be a condition for me though.
Right.
Like,
no. I'm just giving examples. I'm just giving
Right,
examples.
right.
Not necessarily for your situation. I'm just
Yeah.
using y'all names.
Right.
If he gets on crack cocaine, loses his job, can't pay the bills,
Get the
can't,
fuck out.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Condition.
You just pookie me?
I know. Damn.
You just New Jack City?
Condition. You know what I mean? If Angie is pregnant by another man and comes home, condition.
Right.
Nigga, it's yours.
Love ain't, oh, you know what, baby? I know you made this mistake.
Yeah.
I'm a raised little sad John.
He ain't gonna
You know what I
know.
mean? Let's just give him my last name. The man is white. It's okay. We just gonna say he albino. You know what I mean? No, love between adults, romantic love,
Okay.
is extremely conditional.
It
So
is.
so
It
love
is.
between adults is
Extremely
not.
conditional.
So there's no so the only unconditional love is what you're saying is babies and dogs.
And it depends on what kind of parent you are.
And as
Sometimes
some
it ain't
kids
even
get
unconditional
older,
with a
that
damn kid.
unconditional stuff
Exactly.
becomes kind of blurry.
That's what I said. I said
Them kids don't
babies
give
and
a fuck.
dogs.
Exactly.
So babies and dogs
And
and
if your dog
whatnot.
bites you, his ass got to go.
But I'm also
So
looking-
it depends.
maybe I'm also looking at it from a lens of
most
not only
love
being a
is-
man.
Most love is conditional. Nobody ever. I can never love a person and receive nothing in return and be okay with that. And be like, you know what, I love you unconditionally. You're my soul. You're my life. You're cheating. You got herpes.
Of course
you're
not.
broke,
But that's the
you're
condition.
broke. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't do anything.
Right.
You just, and I'm like, you know what? But this is this.
But
I
a
just- I don't know
condition,
why.
a condition is under a term and whatnot that is something is
There's
received
no such
back.
thing as unconditional.
So that's what I'm saying.
No
Like
such thing.
right. So it's not
All
you-
love is extremely conditional.
It is. It is. I agree.
So
with that.
maybe okay. So maybe when you stretch it further, when you look at the situation further,
I ain't even stretching it. That's regular life. You get mad. You don't put on this. If I wake up and I fall in the toilet, you didn't love me enough to put this. I'm calling you. Listen, this is crazy. You know I use the bathroom. How could you not put the toilet seat down? It happens all the time.
And I'll be like,
but
why you
that's
don't
just
look?
that's the most
Love
nitpicky
is
shit I've ever heard in my life. Who doesn't love somebody enough to put the toilet down?
That's
Who
Malik.
think-
Well, I was
who-
about
do
to
not
say.
put
Who
toilet seat down.
thinks?
I
Who
was about to
thinks
say,
about that though?
Keith, you
God.
used to come in this house with food at 2 a.m. and say, I thought you was asleep.
Nigga, you coming?
I don't care if
Don't
I
do that. See,
I don't
and that's
care
the
if I
process.
wasn't.
See what I mean?
I don't care
though?
if I was asleep. If you don't have a 2 order of fries,
that's another thing,
If you
though.
don't have 5, I don't care what it is. You better say, look, I got you these nuggets. I ain't know if you was gonna be sleeping.
There
or
was
not, but I
something.
thought
There
about
was
you.
something that one of my favorite. There was
Love
something one of my
is
favorite rappers
extremely
said.
conditional.
There was something one of my favorite rappers said one time and whatnot. It was actually my favorite podcaster too. And he said it was a freestyle. He said, "Don't have your label call mine for no extracurriculars. Rappers is all girls, extra particular. And there's a particularness that becomes naggy. You know what I'm saying? With women that a lot of times men. Let me tell you something. I said something a while ago. It was a podcast that I did, my regular podcast a while ago. And I said, not even a while ago. It's probably about a month ago. And I said that 90% of the men that I know that are married are scared to death of their wives. Not that you're scared. Not that you're scared that she physically can do something to you.
I'm not scared of
but
you,
the worst thing
You're
in the
not?
world,
No.
the
I'm
worst,
scared of Malik.
the worst thing in the what y'all missed the whole point of what I said. I said most
I heard what
husbands
you
are afraid of
said.
their wives. That is not wives scared of their husbands.
I'm scared of
But-
my man.
So no, my thing is that what happens is that a man just don't want that smoke because the world does enough on the regular basis. The last thing
Yeah.
they want to hear is the woman that they love, regardless if she feels that way or not, nagging about any fucking little thing.
No, but I
That's and it feels as if sometimes
So I'ma counter that.
it feels
I'm a counter that. I'm a counter that.
Right.
And it may go against what the bro code is.
Thank you.
oh
But we
shit.
gotta-
I'm waiting on this.
don't
Thank you.
don't break the bro code.
No, but
Go
let me
ahead,
say
go ahead.
this. Let
Right.
me say this. One, men today have become super sensitive.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Super sensitive.
Absolutely.
Where's
In
the
a lot of
man?
ways, we have taken on, and this is not to say that these emotions wasn't in us in the beginning.
Bring
Right,
us home,
right.
Malik.
This is
Bring us
just
home.
this is just to say that we have taken on emotions
Mm-hmm.
that exemplify women,
Yeah, I agree with that.
right?
I agree with that.
There's certain things that you shouldn't be acknowledged for. Now,
Can I acknowledge just gray sweatpants? Because I've been looking at them the whole time. Like, God
What
damn.
the fuck is going
Why
on?
the fuck would you wear gray sweatpants?
why-
You can tell that's my brother because I didn't even notice what the hell he had on.
So first and
You can
foremost,
tell I didn't even notice what the hell he
Let
had
me
on.
I've been
Gray
communicating and looking at the nigga the whole time.
tell
So
that's
nigga,
my brother.
that
Damn.
make me seem
No
funny.
damn
What the
listen,
fuck?
I ain't
I'm
paying no
sitting on.
attention.
I'm
You
sitting
can't
right
bring-
here like, what's your next question,
You know what?
motherfucker? Because the car ain't gonna make it
You
back
can tell
to
that's my bro because I ain't even
Right,
noticed.
make
I
it
done
make
hugged him. He done walked in the door.
Let's
I mean,
not do
Why
this.
would you wear gray sweatpants?
Let us-
I've been sitting here
Can
like,
the,
oh
can
my
the church
God.
can the
Noticed he was
church
dressing
can the church stay
appropriately.
focused?
God
Yeah,
damn.
This is ridiculous.
Pastor, why?
This is out of pocket.
Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous.
This is out of pocket.
That is
You,
It's
so
the gray
cute, though, that
sweatpants
she
for
still-
me.
She still noticing.
I think I drifted off because the sweatpants was
Yes.
giving. It was all. Give me all.
When I'm
Can we
We
focus on the
we
task at
working for their
hand,
five
I
please,
gotta
days.
sit
Angie?
here with my hand over. I can't even. That's
Child,
just gross.
that car is not gonna make it off that block. Your neighbor's about to be
Jesus,
calling.
Can we-
Block
can-
captain on your phone? Like,
Can
what
we
are
focus
these
on the
people?
task at hand?
I'm with
please,
you.
Angela?
I'm with you, bro. What I'm
Gray
saying
sweatpants.
is
Right.
that in a lot of ways, there's some things that we should not be acknowledged for. You shouldn't be acknowledged for raising your kids, motherfucker. They're your kids,
Right, absolutely, yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
shouldn't be acknowledged for. You shouldn't be acknowledged for paying the bills, motherfucker. They're your bills,
right?
That's
Exactly.
your job,
Right.
right? But then, on the flip side of that,
Mm-hmm.
there are a bunch of things that we should be acknowledged for,
Absolutely.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because one of my biggest things that I love saying is I don't never do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I love all the naysayers that was like, oh, he gonna do this, he gonna do that, he not gonna do this, he not gonna do that.
Right.
But now they just,
I don't think they said that. They just were so concerned about.
but whether they
What
was
coulda
concerned,
happened?
whether they was concerned or not, what I took it as it was a challenge to me.
Right. And I
be like-
listen, I can understand
And
that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I took on a hell of a responsibility.
You did. You do a good job.
I took on a hell of a responsibility because, as you've always said to me, I could be free. I came home with no kids, no responsibilities, other than to my own black ass self. And yet I committed to a relationship based on my own integrity, not based on your integrity, my integrity. Is that I said I was going to do, I said, I got you. So I said, I got you. And I stuck by that. And most of the time, I'm figuring it out. I'm getting there. Like
Right.
I'm not perfect. I fall short in so many different areas, right? But that don't stop me the next day from getting up trying to go figure it out on how to get it.
Period.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that don't even when you highlight them,
Yeah.
even when you point out like, yeah, you're short over here. You ain't working in this area. This might not be doable.
Right.
It's like, all right,
It's rough. It is
gonna,
rough.
You gonna
No, no.
leave?
Right.
What you gonna do? You gonna
Right.
leave?
It's tough. It's tough. But sometimes I think that's women do that in order to keep us grounded.
Because what I do
You know what I'm
is, because
saying?
what I do is, I do my favorite thing. With me, without me.
But the problem is that women. Here's the thing. Can I tell you?
With me,
Can
Fuck on,
listen.
let me tell you something.
Without
You gotta
me.
come home
No,
boss
look,
says,
bro, I'm with
Hold
you.
on, Mr.
I'm
Know-It-All.
with you. I already
You ain't
know.
come home to
I
no
already
broke,
know.
scheming little young girl. You came home to a
But the
fly ass
problem-
bitch,
With
okay?
Because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
With me. The fuck, nigga, you gonna be up or you gonna be up? We ain't.
Because-
we
I
ain't
mean,
down
just
there, okay? Let's be
just to be
clear
honest.
about something.
Stand down, Mr. Know-It-All.
Nah.
Just to be honest.
I
It's
need
like
it's like is the liquor store still open? Because
when
he's
I
playing
was
in my face.
when I
right
was
there.
with her, I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't be half the person that I am if I didn't
Right,
have
right,
her,
right.
Like when you count who was my first teacher coming home, it was her.
Right, right.
When you count who is my teacher now, it's her. Because it's like I'll come to her and say things that I would never ask you or Keith, right? Or I would find a long way to try to get it out, right? Whereas though I go right to her and be like, yo, how you do such and such, such and such, right? I'm talking about from basic technology
Yeah.
to everyday living. Now there's some things she can't teach me. She can't teach me how to be a man,
Right, right.
right? She can't teach me how to be a man. So there were other brothers. Shout out to a lot of other brothers that she put me around, that I look to for guidance. Shout out to a lot of the men in the penitentiary who raised me, who gave me examples of what it meant to be responsible and accountable and honest and have integrity.
Right.
But like being a father, she couldn't teach me that. Being a man, she couldn't teach me that.
Right.
Right? She could support me,
Right.
but she couldn't give me those tools.
All right, let's transition. Keep got questions.
No. But listen, because it's very, very enlightening and it's very, very thorough. But we definitely,
It is 10 o'clock?
yeah. We
Oh
want to,
my
we want to
God.
wind down. We want to
Keith,
wind
you
down.
I mean,
have
we can
to-
wind down, but we can make this a two-parter.
We definitely can make it a
We
two-parter.
definitely
and whatnot.
need a two-parter with
Yeah, I
y'all.
know
Keith,
because
Keith didn't get. He only got through 2 questions.
no, because but you know what? The backstory was so thorough, and I think that you know what I mean. Even asking the
Well,
questions, getting your
we're
perspective
gonna keep
on
y'all
certain
intrigued,
things.
but I want my brother to get through his questions.
No, absolutely. We almost are actually almost all the way through
Well,
the questions.
ask your questions, man.
The questions are pretty much done. The only thing that I really want to talk about now is the children.
Yeah.
I want to y'all actually have some very unique
Amazing
situations going on, you know, with your
Amazing.
That
kids.
shit is hard.
I know it's rough and whatnot, but I want y'all to kind of talk about that. Just kind of give us a short syllabus. Let's start with the oldest and
So 18-year-old.
the famous one.
They all famous. They all
That's right.
They all got their good stuff going on. But Kayla Dimples around. Shout out to Dimples for days. Michaela's 18 years old. We have Maria who's 14. Shout out to Maria. We have Chloe that's 9, 10. She's 10 now. Chloe that's 10, and we have Caitlin. We call him Simba. That's my little baby, my first
I could
son.
have swear y'all kids was like 18, 17, and 16. Y'all
Nah.
kids is tall as hell.
No, they all my kids, all my girls are
I
4
didn't know
years
Chloe
apart.
was 9.
She 10.
10.
All my girls are 4
Jesus.
years apart, and my boy is my boy. That's my baby. Simba, he is 4 years old, and he is so amazing. I love that little boy so much. Can't wait to see him. But yeah, our kids are decent. Like as a parent, I was a single mom for a lot of long years before Malik came home, and I made that shit look good, but it was a struggle. You know what I mean? So Kayla has a nonprofit organization. She's right now at Howard University, $2.5 million in scholarships. Bill and Gate. She's a Gate scholar. She's the bomb.
Right.
It was on the news. If you
On the
didn't
news,
see it,
Essence
Google
2
her.
times. You Google my daughter's name, she's out there. But being a parent, it comes along with struggle. So the biggest thing, me as a mom, me and Malik parental thoughts are different. I'm a mom who my kids are able to speak how they want to speak. They're
Right.
able to voice shit and all of that. Malik not for it. He likes structure, not me. If my kid come on today and be like, we want to go build a turtle nest in Florida, I don't give a fuck how we get in there. We going to build it. Malik be like, oh, what kind of nest is it? What kind of turtle we gonna get?
Somebody got to be the voice of reason
I'm like,
before you just
I
go
don't
start
give
building
a
turtle nests and
freak.
shit.
Like we building it. We out here. Malik want to figure out everything, do it through it. So being married to him and having him introduced into our life, it was just me and my girls. We walk around naked. We freaking don't sleep with no clothes on. We live our life. We jumping in a car. We doing road trips. We doing everything. So having a man who is coming into our stuff, like my daughters gave him, Maria and him was like war. I'm like, I'm gonna have to divorce him because I'm not kicking Maria out for this man. Like he might have to go.
Right.
But being a mom and transitioning to being a wife is hella different because I'm a Christian, so the Bible says like your man go before your kids, and I be on some stuff like, what? These my babies. Like, is you crazy? But the older I get and the older my children get, I realize like they're gonna live their own lives. Kayla's at Howard right now, and it's times that I call her. And she be like, yo, when you call me this early, it's an inconvenience for me and my roommate. And I be like, fuck you and her.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like, on
saying.
some
Like,
real
it's-
shit. Like, I ain't talked to you until late last night. I'm trying to figure out, is you good?
No.
Like, what's up? But the more I think about it, they're going to transition out of childhood and
Yes.
into adulthood.
Definitely.
And me and Malik got to rock strong. So as much as I don't want to be like, my kids, and I might get Backlash. I might hit me up on Black Twitter. I'm cool with that. But right now, as my kids are minors, I'll give my life for them. You know what I mean? I'll do whatever it needs to take until there's no more life in me left. But I appreciate the fact that having a helpmate and having a spouse, that when they be like, give me them calls, like, don't call my phone this time, or when they piss me off, Malik won't hold me down. But my kids is my kids. We ain't shortchanging. We ain't looking no different. But they are wonderful beings.
Same exact way.
And the way I do with my children is like, I put them in the greatest position to win. So Chloe is she lives in a virtual world. Everything is virtual for her. She woke up on her birthday. Her girlfriends had hit me up like, "Hey, how you doing? Can you buy some Roblox so we give her a surprise party? And we want to buy her a cake." I'm like, "Is the cake gonna be delivered to my house?
That's
like,
our
what the
daughter.
fuck is y'all talking about?" She like, "No, it's a virtual party." And they in Canada, they in all parts of the world, but she doesn't. I'm real aggressive. My daughters are real aggressive. Chloe is not aggressive at all. She's a nice kid. So we try to school her and teach. Like, I feel like she grew up in a different part of the house. But then, like, she's one of ours. You know what I mean?
like our daughter.
Yeah, like, she kind of, like, on the weird side. But I'm cool with that. Like, I'm a buy into it. So if I know you, if I know you kind of weird, I'm a buy into your programs and buy into your activities. And as a parent, whatever my kids text me or tell me they want to do, we're doing it.
Right.
We have business meetings. We have business presentations. Like, y'all cannot sit around in this house. So basically with Akela is the pioneer. She started it out. She came to me. We was like, when I was single, we was homeless. I lived in different girlfriend houses and they helped me out. They held me down. They made sure my kids had, they was in private school. Like, they held me down. So she came to me one day and was like, I want to just help. She had got famous on Instagram and it was just like, it blew up real quick. So it was fast for her. So she like, I want to give out some stuff. I want to do something, but I don't know how to do it. Now I have a master's in strategic organizational leadership. So I knew how to work for a nonprofit.
I've been trying to get a consultation from you for the past freaking
If you want a nonprofit,
3
let
months.
me know. Listen, y'all gotta do is get some liquor and I'm gonna tell you everything I know. But she had came.
That's the invoice or something.
No, y'all my peoples, we good. But I didn't know. I had went to somebody like, can you help me start it? It was costing too much, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it myself. Like, I think I got the knowledge. I worked for a nonprofit, but it's different from running a nonprofit. So right now, Kayla Nonprofit is $1 million nonprofit. She's on the payroll. We are all on the payroll, and we make things happen. And she does a wonderful job in the community. But all of her ideas come from her. But if you raising kids, you can't restrict their way of thinking. It's nothing. And even like right now, she's like, I'm signing up to be the mascot. And me as a mom, I'm like, a fucking mascot. Like, what are you talking about? You weird, though. She's like, no, I'm about to be lit. Like, we about to be all the way up. Like, I'm a bison. And it's just like, all right, well, how much it costs? Like, what we got to do? Maria is more so, she don't want to follow in her sister's footsteps. So she on her own path. I set her up. I'm gonna give you what you need. So she got a mentoring program. She like to eat. She like to go out and socialize, and she into social media. So I'm gonna buy into that. Chloe wanna cook. She wanna do different things. So I set them up in a path that they're gonna achieve.
Right.
And if you fail, it might not work. We're gonna go a different path. We're gonna do different things. But it's kind of hard sometimes when you're introducing. Malik is still being introduced. It's 5 years in, but he's still being introduced. Like, we have a private group chat that Malik is not in because it's like kind of private. Kaden's in it, so he trying to look at Kaden iPad and see what we talking about. But it's just some things as a mom, you treat your kids differently. You know what I mean? And I can't explain to Malik how much I love my kids. He loved my kids, but you don't love my kids more than me. Like, I'm putting in.
No, it's not more than you. It's differently, and that's because
it's more. I'm gonna say it's more. Like, these my kids, like Kaden including. Like, it's a different kind of feeling.
I get what you're saying, Keith, but I think
right.
I mean, for me, the challenge becomes as a man. I came into a house, a prefab family, right, 3 girls who have a relationship with their father. Right. Mm-hmm. So let's be clear. They have a relationship with their father. Right. So now here it is. I'm coming in, and I can't come in as a stepdad immediately. Right. None of my kids call me dad, except for Kaden. I'm either Malik or Malik or Albert.
And they'll let it be known. They be like, your dad over there. That's my stepdad. No, he's not my dad.
Right.
But
which I don't have.
It kind of hurts sometimes, but
it
on
kind
the
of hurts.
outside would have hurt. But to him, he understands the dynamics of it.
Right.
But all of them know that I'll never treat them any different than I treat. All of them get treated the same. Right. From Kaden to Akela. Right. All of them get treated the same. I yell at all of them the same. Right. There's no differentiating between.
He got his favorites though. Chloe's his favorite.
Well, yeah, Chloe's my favorite. Everybody, well, shout out to Chloe. Everybody knows Chloe's my favorite. Right. But that's because
I got my favorite too.
But she has her favorite too. Right.
Shannon got her favorite.
Shannon, who your favorite?
It is clear cut
My
evidence.
son is my favorite son, and my daughter is my favorite daughter.
Nah,
and her son is her favorite child.
Right. But the reality of it is that's the biggest challenge in my house. Right. If I thought that me and Angela's relationship was going to break up, it was going to be behind the kids.
Behind Maria.
Behind the kids. all of them.
It would have been Maria.
Me and Maria, she's the middle child.
I'm the middle child. That means nothing.
No,
It means
we know
a
that
lot.
it means a
Jan,
lot. We
Jan
know that.
Brady. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm the parentified oldest, though. I'll say that. I may be technically second born,
No, you the
but I
middle
do
child.
take on the more
You the middle
reins.
child,
Don't I
brother.
take on more reins than the oldest?
The middle-
So Maria,
That's how Maria
so that's
is.
how Maria's.
Yeah. You're the
Maria's
middle
the
child.
Still
I
middle
would
child,
trust
yeah.
Maria with Caden way before I trust the Kayla with Caden.
Damn.
What?
What?
Kayla can't. What?
What? Maria, Caden is 4. Maria's 14.
Right.
I would leave Caden with Maria if she was 10 before I leave.
Maria is in charge of my estate. She's playing in my funeral.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
trust Kayla with a
Yeah.
motherfucking kid.
What? No.
Kayla be like, yeah, I don't know.
No.
Like, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't think I'm going to.
I
do
knew
that.
Kayla wasn't the one when she left my son shitty for 3 hours. She said, I'm not changing him.
What? No, I don't think
No.
that's gonna. She ride or die, but
Yeah.
nah. She Maria will cook. She makes sure you eat your food.
Right.
She makes sure your hair done. Maria is the one.
Yeah, Maria is more of the
Shout out
parent.
to all the middle children.
Middle
We ain't got a
children,
middle
man.
child.
What
I
is
think
shit?
I think we
What
just
is
missed.
I think
we
y'all
we
need
missed.
to go.
No, I think Lyric is the middle and the youngest all wrapped up.
I'm trying to go for that middle child. Then go make.
You
Lyric
you
the
gonna
middle
leave
child.
Lyric
I am
responsible for some shit?
42 years old, and I'm
leaving-
no.
Ain't
High
leaving
risk
it.
pregnancies is not that.
Damn.
I'm leaving
But no, the kids.
How my man say it? Damn.
I'm
Kids,
sorry.
I'm
kids,
sorry.
kids
I'm
shake up
sorry.
the
I didn't-
dynamics of a
I didn't mean it.
relationship all the time. Like our house is an open house. Like
Right.
from sex to intimacy to everything. Like our kids know, like we married, we had sex, or we kiss, or like I don't sugarcoat nothing with them because it was just us for so long, and we've been through so much for so long. One time I came in the house and I was running like, we gotta pack up. The cops is after me. I did some shit like da 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 da. I was playing, but I'm like, grab everything you need. They got together and was like, this all we need. Let's go. Like that's the dynamic of
I
my
mean,
household.
she has a
Why you
she.
scare them kids like that?
No, see, here's the thing.
Lyric will tell on us.
Lyric will be
Like,
like,
I'm
kid-
gonna wait for
what
the
do you
cops to get
mean?
here.
So that'll
I'm
that,
just-
that's
That'll be
Chloe.
Chloe.
Wait, well,
That's
why
Chloe.
would I
Chloe
have
is
to
like-
leave?
Chloe.
If
Yeah,
you,
I'm not
like,
gonna
if you did
leave.
something, that doesn't mean
Yeah.
you have
Chloe
to
is the one
leave.
who will tell you got that water under the car at Walmart. Excuse me, she didn't pay for her water yet. Could you scan it? Give me the scanner. I'm gonna
Yes.
take it on myself because I don't want to scan. Chloe is a snitch. She's not playing that shit.
Lyric
She
is
wanna.
like, but why? I don't understand. I'm not packing anything until you tell me.
Lyric was tossing the ball around yesterday with Jordan Mailata. You know, Jordan Mailata is the starting left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Yesterday they did something up at the school after school. Now, mind you, she's an 11-year-old girl. She doesn't know. He just signed a $64 million
She
contract.
don't care.
You know what I mean? So he's just up there, you know, playing, tossing the ball around and whatnot. And I have a picture that I had my daughter take with
She's
a nigga
on
that's
her
stand
damn
with a
phone while
6'8",
she taking the picture
6'8",
with the highest paid Eagle, whatever,
multi-millionaire
I'm a Steelers fan.
that
Probably
that
don't
took
give a
that
damn.
took the time. And then when I
and
said,
she's on her
not care.
phone like,
when I tell you that
Unbothered.
unbothered and unimpressed. I was like, Lyric, do you know who that you took a picture with?
No.
She said, is he a player? I said,
Is he on TikTok?
I said, yeah.
Does he have a Roblox account?
I said,
oh
Lyric,
yeah, she don't give a damn.
she's on her phone.
She don't give
I said,
a
Lyric,
damn.
Lyric, yes, he plays for the Eagles, and I said he's one of the highest paid offensive linemen in the league. I said he just signed a contract for $64 million. She's like, oh, that's a lot of money.
Can
He's
he
like
buy
this-
Roblox with that
Yeah,
money?
yeah, girl, yeah, exactly. That's he's like, that's a
change
lot of
my
money. So
outfit.
is he
Look at my
famous? I said
hair.
he's very
All right.
famous.
Is he on TikTok?
Yep.
That's all
All of Angela's kids are her at different stages of her life.
They really are my girls.
So
Yeah.
all the girls. So Kayla is
The servant, the giving.
the smart one, the one that's focused and determined to get something done.
Right.
So if you're trying to get that consultation, you want to talk to the Kayla and Angela.
Okay. Okay.
Maria is the smart mouth one. So if you want to piss Angela off and hear her cuss you out,
Shout out to West Philly. 6 wins, no
That's
losses.
the
We
Maria
out here.
and Angela.
Uh-huh.
And then she lied and said Chloe was the nice one. Chloe is the 0 to 60 one. Chloe is the one. Chloe is the one that if she feels like you're going to hit her, she's
I'ma
going to
hit you
hit you
first.
first.
What you talking about?
That's Angela when she wants to fight.
If you
So
tell
if you
me
want-
you're gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit you because I think in your mind you're gonna hit me first. So
Or
I'm
if
gonna
you
hit
raise your voice too loud.
I don't like people yelling at me. I feel I gotta.
You might be
And
too
the
far away from mic.
relationship.
Come closer to the
So
mic, Malik.
the dynamic,
Right,
The
right.
dynamic with the kids,
Right.
right, is of mother daughter,
Uh-huh.
but sister, right?
Okay.
And a lot of that, I was raised
was
in
the
a
same
household.
mom.
I was raised in a household where it's like, yeah, kids don't have a say so.
Right.
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 You know,
And we
you're not
struggle
gonna
with
match
that,
me.
y'all.
You're not gonna match
We
me
struggle
word for
with it.
word
Yeah.
when I'm providing everything for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Shannon used to feel that way when the kids was younger, and then as they got older, I think she changed her mind a little
Let me not say
bit.
that because I'm a therapist, and I used to be a family-based therapist doing family therapy with troubled kids who came from troubled parents who came from troubled grandparents. So I set the environment almost like you said. Whatever you want to talk about, come talk. Whatever ain't working for you, let me know.
Right.
What is gonna work for you? What you want to do? How's this gonna work? No, you always gotta say so in this house.
Yeah, always.
You know what I mean? But I think there still comes a line of respect with that.
Yes.
So like Lyric is our kid that will, it don't matter who you are. She'll come out her mouth like you don't provide for her. Like today, Keith said, sweeping upstairs, don't step in the trash. Why didn't step in it? I said, shut the fuck up and go upstairs. Shut up. This is the third time today that you done popped up. No, it ain't the first time. You done said something when I said, whose pencil was this on the table? It's not my pencil. I don't even, don't nobody here use no goddamn pencil. If you don't get this pencil, like, so stuff like that to just make
I think you gotta put your hands
you know
on
what I
the
mean?
kids sometimes.
And we don't, for the life of us, we
but
don't put our hands on
for
our
me,
Ass whoopings.
No,
but for
I'ma
me,
ta- wait,
but
hold
for
on,
me,
wait,
the
I'ma tell you this.
challenge becomes
Yeah.
that's where the line is. That's where the line is
Right.
drawn in the
Yeah.
sand. Is because one, they're not my bio kids. Now, Caden,
Yeah.
I refuse to allow. There will be no boy in my house thinking that he can that his Johnson is bigger than mine.
Right.
But them, and then I came home with this attitude where I was around a bunch of men all day. So I had this high testosterone attitude where it's
Right.
like I would say to Angela,
Them
like
girls shut that right
I
down.
would say to Angela, like I didn't let fucking killers talk to me like that. Like, did you hear what she just said? Like, I didn't let
And I be
fucking.
minding my business like
I didn't let.
ooh,
And
that shit was a
but
little much.
that's where the confrontation would come in at.
Right,
Is
right.
because she wouldn't take my side, and it's like it's me and you against them, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it's been them.
That's a rough one.
It's been them against everybody for so long,
Right,
That
right.
it would cause. It would cause World War III in my house.
Right.
You see what I'm
It still
saying?
do.
And I don't know if what I'm gonna sell bring you any comfort because my kids are Keith's biological kids, but I still feel
Yeah,
the
she
same
just-
exact.
she just-
way.
I don't even
Yeah.
understand.
It is like my kids.
they
are-
disrespectful to
and
her,
when
too,
I say-
sometimes, and I'm just up there like,
I
yo,
call
you-
them, well, they're not disrespectful.
No.
they some
But here's the
disrespectful.
thing.
My
Here's the
kids
thing,
are like
Keith.
my kids.
Keith. Here's the thing.
Right.
When it happens to them,
Oh my God.
oh, they lose their damn mind. And I say, you know what I say
Back
to
up
her?
a little bit,
This is what
bro.
I
You
say to
close to
Angela.
shit.
This is what I say. I say, but when they did that shit to me, you ain't want to say nothing.
Oh, I don't play with them girls. One thing about it, Kayla is a black belt in karate. This little motherfucker put my wrist in a hold one day, y'all. A hold.
real.
I like
It got
got.
real.
I was like, we was at it.
Yeah.
She bent my wrist back. I'm like, what the fuck? Who would take my money and use this shit against me? Oh, let me show you, young girl.
And that's what it be.
Let me show you who the fuck I am.
But see,
out
and
these
that's the
streets.
reason
I go
why
to
you-
bat for you. I got your back. Like there ain't no, but it's me and you.
My
No.
wrist was like this.
But
Oh,
y'all, but that's why y'all,
no.
when y'all
Oh,
got
no.
jokes saying that big
beating
6'3"
your
nigga
ass.
upstairs would fuck me up, and I keep telling y'all
That is-
niggas,
how come that is
come
everybody's
hella
go-to?
high water,
Y'all
I'll
not-
beat the
when
shit
I
out of his
tell
big
you-
ass. You know what I'm saying?
Talking, those are facts.
Anywhere, and
For real.
anybody sees Donovan, the second comment after comment about his size is, "Oh, he be giving you that work," or it's every time
Keith,
we go
I think he be
anywhere,
smoking your
people
ass.
say the
think-
same thing to Keith, and it's starting to get on Keith's nerves. I know them comments. Is piling up.
I'm like,
you
oh,
don't
y'all-
trying to test my son, and my son ain't even do nothing because of y'all comments.
Y'all
He in
bless-
there like, I'm a man. I'm a man.
One week we heard it 6 times. I kid you not. Oh, well, I know he be getting ass. Oh, what you be doing when y'all be fighting?
Every
oh,
time
know he
I
done
see
swung on
Donovan,
you.
I'm
Make
like,
you
I
just
know
want to reach over and hit him with a body shot.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
Take that.
I was like, oh, if one more person say it, my son gonna catch
But
it.
see,
for
the
no
problem
reason.
is the problem is that see the issue is that,
does Donovan try you?
and that's the whole point.
He's not
When
gonna
Donovan
do it, though.
he
Donovan's not
wouldn't
gonna do
know. See, the whole thing is that because when
Donovan's
he mouth
like me.
when he mouth
Lyric
off
is like Keith.
when he mouth
That's
off,
why
the
me and
West
Lyric
Philly
have
come out me
issues,
and
and me and
out of me
Donovan
so
don't.
fucking fast because the only thing.
Shout out to West. West
Shout
is
out,
the
shout out
best.
to West
If
Philly.
you ain't
Shout out
from
to West
where
Philly.
you
West
from?
side is the best
So
side.
so this is the thing though. I tell
out to
him, I
Pittsburgh.
tell him exactly the way that I feel, and we gonna wrap up in a second. I tell him exactly the way that I feel about it because I already know we not going there with this. But I'm like, what you need to understand, big nigga, is that big little nigga, it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. I'm not a bench press. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking deadlift. I'm not a squat. You squat.
Keith,
Shout out
what
to
if
you.
he got out on you then?
If he got out on me, then I deserve to get my ass beat. I'm like, damn,
What
I
if
got
he got
fu-
out on you?
So
I
the
like,
day
I
that he
fucked
get out on you is the day that he get out.
up. Oh, absolutely, nigga, you gone.
You're not living under
Because,
my.
yeah,
You're not
yeah,
gonna whip my
right,
ass
that's
and
what y'all
then
do.
when I
Yeah,
tell you to
but
take the
that's
trash,
the
you like you
thing
take it out, you
is-
bitch
But
ass
that's the
nigga.
So he's on his way out anyway.
Like what I
because
said, if
he
you
is
win-
going-
What if he get out
He
on
is
you?
going-
Shannon, what would
listen,
you do if your son
college.
got out on Keith?
I mean, what could I do? Is
I-
stand there and be like, yo, son,
I'll be like,
you doing
yo,
too much.
at the end of the day, I'll be like, you know what? I
But
took an
Keith's
L,
dad is
and you
smaller
about to
than
take
him.
the ultimate
Which is,
L.
if
So
you
go get
see
your
my
PlayStation
father-in-law
5.
and
You better
see
sell that
Keith-
shit for a fucking.
Donovan gets all his height and size from my family. Keith's dad is about 5'1".
My
Keith's
dad's
about
not 5
5'8".
fucking 1.
Donovan's about 6'2.5". So if you see Donovan, Keith, and his dad, it's the weirdest thing
It's
ever.
weird.
I got some bad news for you, bro.
Donovan
Yeah.
is all a
Donovan is
hoe.
the milkman, son.
Fuck out of here.
Donovan has 125%.
This is my dad. My dad ain't.
Oh, shit.
Let me see that. Let me see.
I'm
He
sorry.
is
Shout
short.
out to Mr. Keith Senior.
Mr.
Yeah.
Keith, you are a little
Yeah.
on the short side.
So-
But no, if everybody's watching,
Which
we can-
husband was he?
Keep
Be
licking
advised,
us,
shots are fired.
I know.
Look
Fuck you,
at
nigga. We were talking about my mama.
But
Get
look-
the fuck out of here. We talking about my fucking mama.
But
nigga.
listen, I just want to say this last thing, right? Honestly, I honestly believe that if the girls were boys,
Right.
that it would be me and Angela against them, right? Because more of what they would need would
come from
be
you.
what would come from me versus her, right? The one thing that I had to learn, and I'm still learning, right? And I think that's the key, is that there has to be an acknowledgement that I'm still trying, is that I'm not
You're doing a
dealing.
good job,
I'm
dude.
not dealing with boys. I'm dealing with girls. Right. I'm comfortable, and I recognize that as a stepfather, that the rewards that the protection and the service that I provide right now will not be recognized for years.
Right.
But that is the role of a stepfather.
They recognize it, baby.
That is the role of a stepfather.
Dude, that's a role
Right.
of
I'm about to
that's
say,
a
that's
role
the role
of
of
a
any
father.
kid.
Yeah.
Like,
So
that's
I'm just getting into fatherhood 4 years in with my
Yeah.
with Kaiten.
Yeah.
And me and Kaiten, that's my boy, right? But the lessons
Hey, Simba.
I will instill in him
Right.
will be more so of him observing than me practically having to say,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Because I'll be there,
Right,
My
right.
presence,
Yeah.
in itself will pick up characteristics, and I'm sure Donovan has 1,000 characteristics of
his
yours,
No, absolutely.
right?
No,
and
absolutely.
you, right?
Shannon, stop.
And you.
He gets kindness from her, but that
he'll-
nigga talk when he not around. He talk just
He'll
like
probably-
curse words and all together. Like
He'll-
say the same shit. I'm
Now,
like,
Keith,
God
do
damn.
you beat your daughter?
No, we
I
don't beat anyone. strangely
don't?
enough.
Nah.
I don't believe in beating.
I'm just interested
I
to know
believe
which
in
one of your
being-
kids will have the golden liver,
To go-
because their mothers are lush.
You never lie. It's,
we are not speaking of this. on this.
it'll be lyric.
But you know what? Make no,
It'll
not
be
to
late.
take a turn and we can wrap up.
Right.
But the song by Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
and I was listening to it one day when I was getting a tattoo, one of Keith's friends' tattoos, and he had it playing, and it just sat with me. It was talking about, and I can't remember, I don't know what the song was, but it was like, the words like, nigga, I'll beat your ass. If you do this, I'll beat your ass. Like talking about from slavery up until now.
right, yeah,
and
yeah,
how
I remember that
much
song,
of
yeah.
a,
That was on
we
Damn,
think is,
yeah,
we think is discipline, but the words he said in that song made me never want to put my hands on my kids again in that way.
Now, if Lara disrespected you, how you gonna handle that?
I'm not sure. For right now, I take things from her. Now my mouth is crazy, so I have a lot of choice
my
words.
kids really try the shit out of me to the days like I don't be like like one time, and we I know we about to wrap up, but Malik had took Kayla's phone.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
taking the kid
Oh,
phone.
yeah, yeah. That's what
That's
you gotta
like
do.
real. And
Phone,
Kayla
iPad,
like
remote
Instagram
control.
famous. So she came in the room. She like, I need my trans spaces in my phone case. So she went and got the trans space. She said, you know what? Y'all can keep the watch, but I'm taking my fucking phone.
That wouldn't be a beating. Though. I think beating is when
Malik.
you're beating little kids. This
Malik.
we would have had to square up. I mean,
Shannon,
she would have lost her.
Square
teeth.
up with who?
She would have
With
lost her
me?
teeth. She would have lost.
Malik
her
said I levitated out of the bed. It was
I had
so
to
ba-
grab her, and she said it to me. I had to grab Angela, right? Because
She said, y'all can keep the watch. I'm taking my fucking phone. Little motherfucker. You fucking with the right one. I'm in bed watching a movie, chilling. Malik said Malik was like, Angela, stop, please, stop. She ain't make it past the footboard. She hit that shit mid-footboard.
Well, I don't consider that a beating. I mean, if you're old enough to speak those words, you got to be ready for whatever
Shannon, you
comes
ready
next.
for you ready to knock
I
your
don't
daughter
know
the
because
fuck
I've
out?
been a boy mom, and my daughter has been so different up until maybe the
She
last
gonna try
2
you,
years.
sis. I'm telling you.
And Lyric gonna be Lyric gonna be taller
I
than
mean, so
Shannon
here's
too.
the thing.
She was a
Chloe
kid.
Chloe is the youngest girl, and she's been poking. She's been poking the
Oh,
bear. She's been
on
poking the
way.
bear. She's been poking the bear, right?
Cause she's
And-
so nice and kind, I don't be wanting to really have to do it to her. But
Yeah.
I feel like in the next couple of months, I'm gonna have to do it to her.
Yeah,
I'ma
my
have
kids
to do
are
it
my
to
kids
her.
are totally different. Donovan is the complete polar opposite of Lyric. Donovan is my responsible kid. Donovan does what you ask him to do.
So
like,
Keith, you never put your hand had to really.
he's punched him in the chest a couple times. And
I
like,
used to
got
fuck
with him.
Donovan up back in the day when he was
Well,
little,
not
but
really.
like now, like
Not
now
really,
he's
no,
so-
he didn't.
yeah, now.
Don't be
Okay.
Shannon's
My son didn't do
You feel-
nothing.
Huh?
Exactly.
Oh, don't be Shannon's son.
What about the
please.
time? What about the
Oh, my
time?
God. Anyway, so we're getting ready to
I
wrap
came in the
up,
room one time and he
but-
was pissing on a towel. You know what I'm saying? When he was 6, because he didn't want to go to the bathroom because Dragon Ball Z was on. See, that's what I'm talking about. Shit like that.
But
Is just a
anyway.
whole different fucking ball of wax.
Is my
Nigga, the
nigga.
bathroom is 10 steps away.
He got a
but
water bottle. He said,
gonna
I'm
put-
gonna
it
just
was
go
a
right
towel. It
here.
wasn't even a water bottle.
It was a
Donovan used to
fucking
put-
towel.
Anyway, Donovan as he's getting older, when it counts, because right, that's 5 and 6. You got to teach him.
Yeah.
When it counts, he's a very responsible kid.
No, he is.
I've been so lucky. My son
I mean, I
is
would
amazing. My
say
daughter, that's gonna be the goddamn run for the money right there.
She gonna whoop Shannon ass, man.
No, she's gonna whoop your ass.
She gonna
So
whoop
I
my
hope
ass.
you ain't your mom dad. I'm
always
dead.
remember this.
You
Always
know
remember
that.
this. We have to be disciplined, but
Right.
try to be their friends because they will have the power to put us away.
In the home, yeah. Shannon
You're
going
not got all
first.
these credentials. I can't even. If I get one child line call, it's a wrap for your girl.
Man,
Nah, me too. Listen,
Well,
but
we
I'ma knock a bitch
mandated
the fuck
reporters.
out. I don't
We're
give a
all.
fuck.
I think minus you, Keith. You might not be a mandated reporter, but we mandated reporters.
Definitely.
Oh,
Nigga call the
yeah,
people
yeah.
on me.
But I think I will say this, and then I know we done said wrap up 15 minutes ago, but I think my challenge with the kids that try me is that I'm learning to lean in because there's something there, there's something that they need. So as much as
That's a
there's things
therapist
with
in you.
Lyric that make me want to lean away and be like, get your daughter, listen, I'm done with raising kids, she's raising herself. Is every time you want to lean out, just lean in a little bit more. You know what I mean? And that's stepdad, stepmom, whoever is in
No shout out
whoever's
for the
raising
stepmoms.
these kids.
He said,
You know,
No
whenever
shout out
you
for the
want to pull
stepmoms.
away and you want to back out, do the opposite, lean in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm all the way
because
in.
they doing that for they want to push it for whatever the reason is. But we're the authority. So
My
whenever you
kids
want to
push
lean
me.
out,
Kayla
lean
right now
in.
is at Howard. She pushes me every day.
yeah.
Shout out to Howard Homecoming. I'm down there this weekend. Check me out.
You going to Howard Homecoming?
I'm in
I would
Miami.
love
Keep
to
your
know.
Shout out to
Malik going
Miami.
to Miami for the first time. His first
Shout
trip
out to
without-
Miami.
He ain't coming back. He
Shout
ain't
out to
coming back.
Miami.
Shout out to
He
Miami.
ain't
He
coming
going on a
back the
boy trip.
same.
My brother getting married. This is bachelor party.
I'm not even
weekend.
taking my
wow.
phone.
Oh wow!
He not
He
taking no
really
phones
ain't.
allowed.
Yes, you are.
I'm taking my phone and leaving my ring home. Shout out.
That's what most people do.
Now, he ain't going nowhere out there.
Bro.
Ring but the bitches just love the rings.
I was about to say,
Can we
doesn't
talk about that?
even matter.
The bitches don't give a fuck if you
Doesn't-
married.
Nobody gives a fuck about anything these
First
days.
and foremost,
And
can
if
I
you
tell you about the
married-
time that we was in Fridays and
Oh,
Shannon
my
was sitting on
God,
the inside and whatnot, and I wasn't paying attention. We talking, I don't know, the game was on, something was
Oh,
on.
Lord.
We had
Let me
fucking
tell the story.
this nigga. It was
Let me tell it- let me
go
tell
ahead.
This is real quick, and then we really are.
Because I would have killed. I would have went to jail. I'd have went to jail for murder that night.
Fridays,
This nigga,
literally like
go
this.
ahead.
Keith is here, and the bar. There's an entrance to the bar, like the seat. It was
Yeah.
limited. This
Right.
is like before the pandemic. There's a guy sitting next to me. I mean, sitting here. So Keith sits down. I sit here. So after a while, the guy is like trying to get my attention. Like I'm looking at Keith, but I know there's too much shit going on over here. He must be trying to get my attention. Then he starts, his phone is up. His number is on his phone, and he's sliding the phone, doing like this, like to the phone, trying to get my attention. So, and then he like casually like taps my arm and does like this with his head.
I don't notice none of this shit.
He was watching some shit. I'm like, so I glanced at him like this, like this nigga trying to get everybody killed in
I'm
here.
like, why the fuck wouldn't you tell? Why wouldn't you just say something?
Number one, he drinking straight Hennessy in Fridays, so you know it must be bad. Who's drinking shit well, not Fridays maybe. So he taps his phone like maybe 3 or 4 times. I'm straight up ignoring him like, oh my God. Because if he does one more thing, it's going to be obvious of what you're trying to do. So I'm sitting there, I just turn all the way to Keith. We talking. He pays his bill, but then his drink is still, I mean, he pays his bill, but his shot is still sitting there. So I'm sitting there. I wait till the lady takes the shot off the bar, and I turn to Keith and I said, did you see that shit? He was like, no. I'm like, you ain't see dude trying to give me his phone number with his phone number on his phone, tapping the phone on the bar. Why'd you say that? And I said, because first of all, no offense, Keith is 6 foot, I think, 5'9".
Boy.
This man is like, at this time, twice Keith's size.
Y'all
had to roll on him. You're not riding for your man.
So I am right. I'm not getting involved. I'm like, listen. Did you see? Like, did you?
Shit, I think you should.
So what you really saying is you was scared that your man would get his ass.
No, number one, I got credentials. I got shit I need to keep.
You couldn't even see how big this nigga was. He wasn't even standing up. And not only that, I wouldn't even have made it obvious. I wouldn't even have made it the fuck obvious. That nigga would have been asleep before he could even count the four.
What I'm saying is that I don't. If you know anything about me, it takes me to be. I'm zero. I'm much like Chloe. It's 100 for me. It's 0 or it's 100. So I'm saying here like, listen, I ain't even getting involved in this because this is gonna be some other shit. So I did what I. If I don't give you no play, there's nothing for us to talk about. If I'm not looking,
but our relationship is different. Women come on to Malik all the time because Malik is he not flirtatious, but he real accommodating to women. So even in the photo booth business, they'll be like, we want to ride the 360 with you. Bitch, no, you don't. Can you get in line? Like, I'm not that kind of person. I'll check it head on. Like, we're not playing them games with women. I'm not, you know how hard
I mean, like, I get into...
This is my thing with Malik. I say, if you ever cheat on me, I want all of my jail shit back. I want any money I sent, and he said, I'm going to just pay you out.
We about to wrap up all that shit.
I need you to pay me to fuck all of my shit in blood, okay? So, no. Keith, you did right. Shit, but you should have checked that, though. You should have checked
it. Let me tell you, I didn't know this man. I never had a conversation with this man. I didn't know what this man... And like, again, he was moving his phone, like doing his phone like this. I'm not even looking at this man's... I'm giving this man... You don't hear it in the headphones, but Keith rapping is up. Play. Keith rapping is up. I gave this man 0 play, and that's the best I could do.
I just don't understand. Like you know,
I'm not gonna be like, oh, what? You don't see my husband? No. You know what? Let me do, because I feel like if
Keith, how you would have handled it though?
If more people do that, then the message is clear.
What you would have did with the girl?
If the message is clear.
What happened?
If a girl did that to you, what would have
he would have? He just sat there and laugh with that dumbass Cheshire cat smile. He'd be like, "Oh, you ain't see her trying to get on me. You ain't see her trying."
I would have. By the way, I did the same thing.
Your man cute. Your man
that's
fine.
How to say. Yeah, I'd have said that lady.
He would have checked.
See, I don't do that. Ask her what I do.
On the way out.
Ask her what I do.
Would you like my wife?
Ask her.
My wife.
I tell people in a minute. I'd be like, yo.
And we go to plenty of parties.
Let me introduce you to my wife. I had this woman chasing me around the photo booth. I said, Angie, can you tell this lady leave me the fuck alone?
Hey, girl.
Well, you know the new thing with Shannon is that Shannon, the women come to Shannon now. So that's the new.
Are y'all swingers?
That's the new thing.
No,
the women
we are not swingers.
Keith, I thought you told me y'all started.
No,
we do not.
I said we seeking a sister wife, nigga. That's what I said, a sister wife.
Oh, okay.
We are not seeking a sister wife. That is also an inside joke with the Bandys. We are not seeking a sister wife.
Got me
that is an
inside
joke from Malik's birthday party. We are not seeking a sister wife.
Let me plug
unless it's Meg Thee Stallion, like or Cardi B or
Meg
somebody.
So you let Cardi B bite it.
Oh my God! Keep
Is that what you just said? She said unless it's Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B.
No, not for me, for him. I don't like girls. I'm not attracted to women.
Malik, keep his rapping this up.
Hold up.
You just said unless it's Meg Thee Stallion or Cardi B.
We had a podcast. If you're a podcast listener, you
we are. Don't play with my husband's face.
So who do I get? Who do I get a hall pass for?
Oh jeez, anybody that makes $1 billion.
Nobody makes $1 billion.
Okay, then that's nobody.
All right.
Keep
So
this-
he
all
can
your
hit
questions in
Martha.
that book X.
He can hit Martha
You went through
Stewart.
all your questions.
Definitely.
Yeah, I went through all my questions.
I would welcome
what I
it,
need y'all to
as long
do
as she
is
make Thanksgiving dinner.
I need y'all to go ahead, plug everything that you're involved in, your businesses, your nonprofit. Please do that now.
All right, shout out to Memories Photo Booth, MEMORIEZ_photo booth. Shout out to Dimples for Days, DIMPLEZ, the number 4 Days, DAYZ. Shout out to Sitting Pretty Event Rentals, hottest event rental business in the city, tri-state area. What else we got going on, baby?
Don't forget Dope Show.
Don't forget Dope Shows. Dope
November
Shows.
6th.
November 6th. City Girls is in the city, in the building.
42 Dog.
Check us out in VIP. We'll be in there with the photo booth with drinks.
Damn, can we get like? Can we? I mean, I know. Can we get
We
some?
be
Can
at
we
the
come?
Dope Lounge.
Well,
We
when you get a
gonna be
chance,
in the Dope
I want to
Lounge
go.
with it. Shout out to everything we got going on. Y'all get invited to everything we do.
We ain't get invited
Might
to
be a
this
little
shit.
controversy behind it, but y'all coming with it.
Is
Yeah,
y'all
right now.
is y'all coming to the 30th?
Yeah.
So we'll make
know
sure.
we're
know.
winning.
You already
okay?
know. Yeah, we gonna win. We gonna win that whole
Costumes
shit.
on deck.
We
Can
can't
y'all,
win.
can y'all post this? They in competition with us right now for the
We gonna-
Halloween
we
con-
come- we-
They
we-
already know the Bandys show up and show the fuck out. I wonder
Coming
what
for the
difference-
titles.
She
Right.
might-
Yabba dabba
If
do.
they're gonna be Fred and woman, they better bring Dino an actual damn dinosaur. That's the only way
Ooh,
they
we
win.
coming for the
we was
titles.
working on it, but we out here, y'all. We ready for it. So that's all our plugs.
Going to Jurassic
Follow us on
Park to
all
get props and
Instagram,
whatnot.
Facebook, and call us for your business. If you need a photo booth, if you need some table chairs,
Spell it for them. Memories photo booth. Spell it for 'em.
MEMORIEZ. If you need to donate, if you feeling real generous, Dimples for Days, DIMPLEZ. Just opened up a community resource center in West Philadelphia. She's
35th and Haverford.
35th and Haverford. She's 18 years old at Howard. Any Howard alumni want to come out November 7th. She's having a grand opening. Kids can get Wi-Fi, computer access. We have a workforce development program. We have a midterm program. We give birthday parties monthly in homeless shelters. A whole bunch of stuff going on. So follow my daughter, Dimples, DIMPLEZ 0978. Come on, get her followers up. We out here. Let's go. And shout out to Taking Over Blackburn. They are protesting right now. They're on their 8th day, protesting for student rights, for housing, for everything. Kayla was out there on the front line. So let's go.
And I'm gonna run through my little shit. Thank y'all for coming out.
No
Love
problem.
y'all
Anytime,
dearly.
bro.
Oh,
We can
man.
talk all night. We can talk all-
Absolutely.
This is what we do.
Shout out to Spotify listeners, Apple Podcast listeners, Google Podcast listeners, Stitcher listeners, SoundCloud listeners, Anchor listeners, Home Team, YouTube viewers, and Patreon viewers. Give us IG, Mr_Know-It-All_pod, Facebook fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page. And please, as always, send me all your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. Mrs. Know-It-All, I love you dearly. Thank you for coming in.
Malik, can I get
and
that
doing
love
this-
you shout out? Damn, nigga don't love me. What the fuck?
I
That was,
love you, girl.
I thought Key was going to
You
have some
said you love me.
I can live with you, right? I thought Key was going to have some roses for next couple to come in here. You
Yeah,
gotta get some
yeah.
roses.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
we gonna
trying-
get
I
our
tried to-
game
I tried to
up.
do the
We
set.
had no drink.
You and your mama brought me all them nice
Took
clothes
all the things off my desk and bought them
In the
over here
video
for
game.
y'all.
in the video game.
Keep,
We're gonna make sure we
have
got
some flowers for the
hors d'oeuvres.
ladies, some hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah,
we
we
ain't getting
gonna-
nothing,
we
but
gonna do
look,
it
this
up
all, we got
next
some
time.
water. She pulled the liquor out.
Hey, you
'cause I
got some
kept
water and
asking.
some liquor and whatnot.
Yeah,
Listen.
do it. Do the couples right, because I'm
yeah,
coming to.
we
I'm coming to
are.
holler
Oh
at y'all.
man!
We do
Well,
part
thank y'all.
two.
I think I'm going to go ahead and break this down by saying thank y'all, the
No
Bandys,
problem. Anytime.
coming
Mr.
out,
Mrs. Bandy.
and love, peace, and soul. Deuces.
Bye.